the Magic Podcast, hosted by Lloyd Barnes and Craig Petty. Your all-access, behind-the-scenes insight into the current happenings of the magic industry, where Craig and Lloyd will thrust themselves deep inside your ears every Wednesday to rant, dissect, and give you their raw and unfiltered views on the art of magic. So, lock your door, take out your deck, and brace yourself for the Magic Podcast.
Welcome back to the Magic Podcast with the sexiest magician alive, me, Craig Petty.
You're ugly as fuck.
Fuck you, tangerine bobblehead.
You look like Phil Collins now.
That's not as much of an insult as you think.
It is, he's dying. Have you not seen the news?
No, he's
about to die.
Oh, fuck. Really?
I love Phil Collins. No, hope we haven't offended anyone. Sorry. You listen to the Magic Podcast, so get fucked. You know what you're in for. Brace yourselves.
I saw a comment on the latest. People still don't get it. On the latest Magic Podcast that went up, somebody left a comment going, "Oh, so many F-bombs. Who are these guys trying to impress?" We're not trying to fucking impress anyone.
Fuck off.
This is the type of conversation. If you've ever seen me and Lloyd at a convention.
If you've ever seen anyone who's fucking British, not on camera, in the real world, this is how we speak in our local dialect. This is it.
It really fucking is. You know, and if you don't like F-bombs, you're really listening to the wrong fucking podcast. Go and listen to fucking Richard Young. He's not going to swear like a little motherfucker.
Listen to nice people.
Listen to nice people talking about nice things that happen in the industry. That's not what we're...
There's one comment we should bring up. Somebody was trying to defend Ted Karmalovich, being like, she was only 15. You guys are making him out to be a sick pedophile. I'll read it out verbatim in a bit. But he's like, it's called an edifier. She was 15. It was a different time. And it's like, oh my fucking God. Like, you're like, 15 still legal in France. Like, oh. I'm sorry, but if you're like a 40-year-old, and I don't think anyone that like is like looking at a 15-year-old and even considering that as attractive is fucking mental illness. I need to read the comment out, but it's like the dude that
you don't even see now. What the actual fuck?
I mean, shall I read it out? Shall I find it?
Read it. It reminds me of that Jimmy Carter.
I literally nearly vomited in my mouth because this guy is defending Ted Karmalovich. And what people don't realize is, because I know people who know people, is that Ted wasn't sorry for what he did, apparently. He was still trying to keep the relationship going with that girl. After,
really?
Yeah, because he was seeing her for 7 months. So he wanted to keep the thing going. So when he came out of prison, he hadn't learned from his things, but... People will defend pedophiles. Like, people still buy Michael Jackson's music. Right, where is it? Magic Mike 3D. Ted K isn't alive to defend himself against verbal attacks. Verbal attacks! Verbal attacks! We're not attack. It's not an attack. The guy's a fucking child molester. He went fucking had a sexual relationship with a 15-year-old. He's a pedophile. He went to prison, was convicted of it for 5 fucking years. Yes, I'm verbally attacking the pedophile Ted Karmalovich, you stupid cunt. I found out his case had to do with a 15-year-old student when he was a 30-year-old teacher. I'm in my 30s. But I have nieces and nephews that are fucking 15 years old. They are children. They are fucking children, you sick cunt. I don't care if they're... 15-year-old teacher. It happened one time. He paid for it. No, it didn't. It was a 7-month-long affair. Read up the fucking story, and he kept trying to do it when he fucking come out of prison. Justice was done. He lost his job. It is part of his legacy. Yes, there is no excusing it, but I can understand it. I can understand it. This guy can understand that Ted Karmalovich, whatever his name is, fucked a 15-year-old for 7 months straight. He understands it. Do you know what? I don't understand it. You fucking not. Dirty fucking...
I don't fucking understand it.
Jesus fucking Christ.
No. You know the other thing, whatever he thinks about, it was a different time, fuck that shit. The fact is, even if it was a different fucking time, he's a fucking teacher and she's his student. There is a duty of fucking care there. No,
well, months he fucked her for and created a whole pathway of lies and had to hire a hotel room. It's a right. The book released posthumously wasn't about how to abuse children after abducting them in a park. It's about creative mentalism and his unique way of thinking. Yeah, and we're not saying the book was about fucking kids. We're saying you shouldn't support somebody who fucks kids.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. Calling the cafe a safe haven for pedophiles doesn't follow, in my honest. Yes, it is. It's a safe haven because you're allowed to freely go on there and verbally abuse and bully people who aren't pedophiles about their work. But if you fucked kids, they don't want you to talk about it. They will bury it. They will delete the post consistently, but they will allow you to keep talking about the pedophiles' work. It's a safe haven for pedophiles. If I want, oh my fucking God, right? Blah, blah, blah.
I can't believe that people at this
Too extreme of a position to take given the evidence, but no one wants to sound like a pedophile, so they don't say anything in Ted's defense. 7 months he fucked a 15-year-old student for when he was in his fucking 30s.
and then got
I just wanted to defend him because he wanted to defend him because the cunt made book tests. When the cunt did a book test, he wants to defend him. That's like people saying, yo, I know Michael Jackson fucked kids, allegedly, but he could do the moonwalk. R. Kelly is a convicted pedophile. He's in prison for it. But he wrote, I Believe I Can Fly. So no one's why is nobody defending him, guy? Come on. He wrote, I Believe I Can Fly. So no one's defending him about him. He's just a kid.
That is fucking...
He hasn't even finished it. The only other criticism I have is the misuse of pedophile to make him sound as horribly vile as possible. She was 15. That would make him an ephobophile, attracted to individuals roughly 15 to 25. This fucking sick, this guy, I don't know who he is. He's trying to defend someone by changing the fucking verbiage of a pedophile, by changing the descriptor of a pedophile to a ephobophile because she's 15. What the fuck? This is absolutely... Let me tell everybody this guy's screen name. Magic Mike 3D on YouTube, right? Go into the video of the End of an Era episode posted 5 days ago on the 22nd of January. The End of an Era episode. Mad is one of the new comments. Magic Mike 3D. She was 15. That would make him an ephobophile, actually. Attracted to individuals roughly 15 to 25. Or as we like to call in Britain, a fucking pedo, a fucking child molester, a fucking diddler, a teacher that fucked his own student using his advantage of power for 7 months straight. And when he came out, he tried to keep the fucking relationship going. He was a fucking nonce.
Fuck me.
Which most men are to a large degree. He's trying to say that most men are attracted to little kids that age. Because I'm sorry, if you know a 15-year-old, they're children.
Yeah.
They're fucking... No, I don't mean that...
And context, that's a year and a half older than Ryland. Put that into context. You with Ryland...
15 is the age of consent in France. And 200 years ago, we have said she's ready to have children. 200 years ago, people kept people as fucking slaves. You stupid cunt. Just because people did that shit 200 years ago, they were uneducated and they were fucking monsters. What's the difference that? 200 years ago, we would have said she was ready to have kids. And now poor Ted's being called a paedophile. Poor Ted. Why is no one defending him? I really like book tests.
I did not see it.
Huge stones some guys are throwing. Relax. You are not the moral paragons you thought you were, you bunch of ephobophiles. Don't you dare call me Magic Mike. Don't you dare accuse me of being an ephobophile or in the same category. Actually, meet me at a convention, you cunt. No one ever fucking accuses me of that, you dirty little fucking child molester yourself. How fucking dare you? Dirty fucking child molester fucking protecting them. Actually, she's 15 and 200 years ago, she would have been ready to bear children. So you're all pedophiles, because all men are attracted to 15-year-olds. Dirty, stupid, fucking diddler. I actually feel like being sick. I feel like being fucking sick. And this guy might even have family and friends. And he's going around going, she's ready to have kids, she is. Look at that little one there coming out of a school in her school uniform. I wish it was 200 years ago. Love book tests. Ugh. Oh my god, my eye is twitching. I actually feel like vomiting.
And for those of you that don't realise, Lloyd Barnes wrecked Murphy's Magic, and this is what you're going to be getting moving.
Regardless of who I worked for,
I know.
this guy was getting it. How the fuck can you try and defend someone who was convicted, spent 5 years in prison for raping his student, a 15 years old, fucking 15 years old?
It's fucking ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. Like I said, a year and a half older than Ryland. A year and a half older than Ryland. 4 years older than Thea.
It makes me feel ill. I know this is about magic, but somebody trying to come on and fucking defend Ted, Carl Milovich, whatever it is.
And then finishes by throwing you and me in the same camp.
Trying to throw everyone. We're all of you. My wife is 38. I love my wife. I'm attracted to my wife. I met my wife when she was 30 because that's the type of woman I'm attracted to. Somebody my own fucking age.
Yep.
How old is this Magic Mike 3D? He has Ken Stewart Magic, Amanda Holloway demo reel, Amanda Holloway secluded casting. Doesn't have any more about this guy, but he has a cat's claw for a profile photo. Absolutely fucking vile human. Vile. 200 years ago, she'd have been ready to have children.
I got nothing, man. I've got absolutely nothing on that one. Like, that is just
that's the type of person you meet and your fucking blood runs cold because you can just sense it on him.
And the problem is, he's probably going to be at a magic convention somewhere, and everyone's like, "Oh, there's Mike. Mike's a great guy. Have you seen Mike's double lift?"
Yeah, no,
come on, Mike.
Mike could be a children's entertainer. Mike could be a teacher.
Yeah, Mike. If you're watching this, and I know you're fucking watching this, Mike, why don't you grow a set of balls and actually comment and tell everyone who you really are, what your real name is, and where you really fucking work? And then what we'll do is
send that comment. We'll stand behind it.
We'll go and ask the people at your work, Mike. What we'll do, go on. If you come on, stand up to your convictions, motherfucker. Stand up to your convictions. You think that that's okay? Here's what you do. Post your real name, post where you work. Or if you're a magician, you might be a full-time professional magician, post a list of your clients. And then what we'll do is we'll fucking systematically contact your friends, your family, and where you work and your client list, and we'll ask them what they think of your views. And let's see if any motherfucker shares the same fucking attitude as you. Because you fucking know that they want you fucking nonce.
Obviously, he doesn't think that he's a disgusting fucking human being for trying to use mental gymnastics and historical goalpost moving to make Ted. I can't. I'm not smart enough to even put the words together. I'll be honest with you. But my moral compass is fucking true north.
Yep.
So, yep, everyone, go and have a look at. I don't want to send witch hunts off people. And what Magic Mike 3 will do, he will not reply with who he really is. There's no way that's happening. What he'll do, he'll probably go off and make some fake accounts, come after me and you on forums or through our emails and shit. Because that's what fucking losers who fuck kids do. People who defend people who rape 15-year-olds for 7 months straight. That's the type of shit they do. Cowardice behavior. Cowardly fucking vile individuals.
Oh, come on, Lloyd. We've all been there. We've all been there. The amount of shit that you've had, the amount of shit that I've had over the last few years, and the amount of emails we've had, the amount of messages we've had, the amount of YouTube comments we've had, and yet no motherfucker ever has come up to you or me or Blackpool at the Blackpool Magic Convention and said, "Hey, I said this about you on a forum 6 months ago. Do you want to have a conversation about it?" Nobody ever ever has done that, because every single person who wants to leave comments like this, or every single person that wants to attack me, you, anybody else on YouTube, anybody else on social media, they don't have the balls to actually back it up. They sit on a private fake account and they make their private little fake comments about whatever it is with total impunity, knowing that nobody knows who they are, so they can get around their daily life. But not a single person has the balls to actually come up to you or me and say, you know what, this is what I think. Nobody. I'd have a little bit of respect if somebody did, but they don't. You know, you say what you want about me and Lloyd, say we're outspoken, say that we bang on too much about this Ted Karlonovich thing, say whatever the fuck you want to say, but at least you know who we fucking are. At least we don't hide our fucking identities behind a Magic Mike 360, I'm a nonce.com, whatever the fuck his username is.
We just say the shit that everyone else is thinking it. Every normal human that listens to this fucking podcast is thinking it. That's all it is.
Yeah. You know what? I was interviewing David Jonathan last night because he's got some fucking amazing stuff coming out. Sorry to talk about magic on the Magic podcast. I was interviewing David Jonathan, and it got to a point where he was talking about one of his new tricks. And he went to say, and it uses the mother of all book test principle. And he stopped himself and he went, oh, fuck, I can't say that anymore. I can't support a paedophile. Okay, it uses the long word principle, which I'm pretty sure predated him anyway. And it's nice that this message is fucking getting out there to people like David Jonathan, who, you know what I mean? It's
yeah, because that's what needs to happen, is that people need to just start normalizing that it's not about separating the art from the artist. The dude spent 5 years in prison for fucking kids. Oh, if Magic Mike's gonna be pedantic about it, he actually only fucked one kid, and actually, like, she was my type as well. Yeah, I'm Magic Mike 3D, 15-year-old. Everyone's attracted to 15-year-olds. 200 years ago, should have been a mother. If the calendar, fuck the Georgian calendar. God damn it. If it wasn't for that fucking sun going around the fucking earth, I could have had so many more kids with so many more kids. But people need to start normalizing it. Be like, nah, another old book test. Not for me. Nonce behavior.
Have you, talking about pedophiles, did you see on the Jerks about a YouTuber called Disturb Reality?
Yes, I saw the news about that somewhere.
Yeah, now I don't know Disturb Reality. I wasn't really so much into the YouTube stuff back in the day.
Pig made a great video on it. It's like 4 minutes long. Go to Pig Cake's YouTube channel and he's done a little breakdown of it.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah. But apparently this guy who was a big YouTuber back in the day, Disturb Reality, like a big magic YouTuber and apparently an ex-professional wrestler, has just been, according to the Jerks, has just been sentenced to 15 years in prison after pleading guilty to aggravated assault to a child under 14.
Yeah. Or as Magic Mike would say, well, that 14-year-old was only one year away from being in the category of edobophile, whatever the fuck it is. Oh, if that guy had waited till that 14-year-old had its next birthday, then we all could have fucked it. Magic Mike 3D. 200 years ago, that 14-year-old was only 1 year away from giving birth, so yeah. So that Jarrett guy from Disturb Reality, he had like one of the biggest YouTube I think it was like one of the biggest YouTube channels in general, I think, around the time. And he used to do magic on there. I think it was like magic tutorials, but it was really creepy shit. He would do like magic to pick up women and stuff. And then he sort of like disappeared, came back, and he was a drug and alcohol addict. And yeah, now he's following in the footsteps of Ted K. And
wow. Wow. Another person leaves the glom.
Yeah. Magic Mike 3D might need to be added onto that list of banned individuals.
Yeah, if anybody knew who fucking was, but he's never going to have the balls to actually say who he is.
I'll put a £20 bet on it with you, right?
Okay.
He won't share his real identity, but instead he'll come after us privately.
Of course he will.
Anonymously attack us. Attack us for calling him out for defending a paedophile.
Yeah.
A convicted child molester. Because I'm being real, right? I'm 37. Yeah?
Yep.
The legal age of consent in the UK is 18.
Yep.
But that. I don't find 18-year-olds attractive. They're children. Like if you think about yourself 20 years ago, you think, oh my God, I was a fucking idiot. Like I was literally, I didn't know what I was doing. I was still wet behind the ears. I was still fucking caked in womb water. You know, like,
Yep.
like just because the legal age of consent is that low, it doesn't mean you have to sink there.
Nope. Not at all.
You fucking get creeped up with this. These people are in our comments. Well,
They're in our comments. I guarantee you there's some weird fuckers in our comments.
yeah, we're fucking Match Mike 3D is.
Exactly, yeah.
How can you attack me? I was just defending a pedophile. And then a pedophile, what the fuck he is? The nods. You're defending the nods. So you get put in the same if you want to categorize everyone else as that, then you get thrown in the same category as the child molester. It's really simple.
Yep.
Because there's no defending child molesters.
Nope.
All right?
There really isn't.
There isn't. Especially in his circumstances, where it's undeniable. What a start to the Magic Podcast. We lost so many business.
Welcome to the Magic Podcast, where we occasionally talk about magic.
You know, I've never learned to do this thing properly. I never sat down and learned it. Did you?
No. Ryland is obsessed with card manipulation right now. So he's putting a card manipulation act together, and he's got these manipulation cards, which are basically thin cards. And he's learned to back palm 40 cards and produce them one at a time, and then he calls them split fans, produce a fan, drop them, produce another fan, and I watch him doing it, and I'm like, I don't think I could ever do that. Ever.
I don't like it from the card manipulation point of view. What I mean is, I never sat down and read the text. I've always watched magicians do it and be like, all right, okay, I'm gonna try. I don't like it from a card manipulation point of view. I like it from a card vanish / appearance. So in the middle of a routine, but I want to find a way of doing it that's not.
I remember seeing
not like jazz hacks.
I remember seeing a really old video from years ago, and I can't remember what video it was. It was an old DVD, and I'm talking it was pre me going on the Wizard product review. It was very, very old, and this guy had this technique where he would palm a card off the top of the deck in normal palm. I've got a card somewhere. He would there you go. So he would palm a card off the top of the deck, right? And then he'd have them cup their hands together. Now, but palm down like this. And as he did this, his hand would drop to the side and he'd do that. But he'd have his hand palm up and he'd say, put your hands on top of mine. And as he did that, he had the technique to pull that back into his hand. So as their hands went down on his, they would effectively be covering the card, but they didn't know that. And then when they lifted their hand up, the card was there in between hands. Which was I remember watching that and thinking that's a really smart application of something that's traditionally done up there, doing it down here.
That's clear. I think Dan and Dave had a good version where they're that trick where you can helicopter a card out of the deck?
Yes.
They do something like that. And it's 20 years old. I'm not really tipping the effect fully on method, but as they spin it around, they have a card here. As they catch it, they back palm another one or something. So it's used as a switch kind of thing. Something like that. I can't remember what the full thing is, but yeah. Do you know what? I remember I purposely never. This shows how broke I was as a kid. I had a deck of 40 blue bicycle cards from the age of 11 to 13 or something. I was really, really young, and I didn't want to bend any of them because I used that one 40 card deck that I scrambled from somewhere. But I like the idea. Sorry, I'm just trying to change the subject, so I should nervously start talking about back palming.
I'll take subjects I never thought that Lloyd Barnes would speak about for £10, please. Back palms is not something that I had in your wheel on my.
Actually, I put up a YouTube video 2 years ago, I think, and the trick was you back palm a card, but then you turn your hand around and the card's completely gone, and it's a complete vanish, and that was one of my best performing ever videos. The method was a bit janky though. It was like you would only really do it on stage. You come out and do it because it was it was on a pole in a particular position. You back palm it, and I put cardboard like a cardboard cuff in my sleeve to keep it open at the back. So you back palm it, and when you release it would shoot up your sleeve.
Oh, that's wicked.
And the idea was that it was like basically playing to magicians preconceived knowledge of what was going to happen, you know? So he's like, oh yeah, I know it's a back palm. I know it's a back palm. What the fuck? Where's it going? Hey, what the fuck? You know, it was kind of like that. I need to make a more practical version of that.
I can tell ever since you've left Murphy's how more creative you've been. This last week has it been like, are you on a fucking mission right now?
Yeah, do you know what, man? If you imagine that, like, in my head was cardboard boxes, and inside each cardboard box was a project. And my head can hold 20 cardboard boxes at a time. And each cardboard box was opened, and some stuff was inside one, some stuff was inside another, some was hanging out of it. And by leaving Murphy's, and that room inside my head is the creativity room. Or like my task-oriented creativity, which kind of like how I create. I like set myself little goals. Since leaving Murphy's, I only have one box in that room, and it's just my box of tricks, like my little like creativity box. I have another empty box of tricks I want to create, and I just have all this space in my head, and it's just like it's literal freedom.
That's amazing.
It's amazing. I want to say thank you to, like, while we're on the topic. Now we're off topic of talking about Ted Marlovich, whatever his name is, being a nonce, because he was. And so do people that defend him with Magic Cafe, Magic 3D. Thank you to everyone that's messaged me. I have not. I've sporadically been trying to get back to as many people as possible. I've had like a bunch of emails about ideas for collabing or doing events and stuff. People just saying congratulations and well done and good luck. Thank you so fucking much. You will get a response off me. I promise you. Every single one of you will get a response. I'm trying to like write one each. I am writing every response individually. And it's just taking me a long time, but like literally fucking blown away. Like, how many people watched the last a Magic podcast episode?
Well, 1,000 on YouTube.
5,000
and the stats on Audio Boom are through the roof as well. The audio, you know, we're not back up to where we were before we took our break, but we're close to it. But with the YouTube stuff as well, it's like smashing it into another hemisphere. Magic Podcast is fucking back, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude, we didn't win FISM for the podcast on the year that we decided to stop the podcast. The year they put us in the running for the FISM category, and I think we were close to winning anyway. But this year, we're fucking going for it. Is there a FISM this year?
I don't know. There's no FISM for a couple.
Well, we'll win this year.
Yeah. We'll find another thing to win. But no, man. It's good to see that you really, you know, I chat to you obviously almost every single day, and just seeing and hearing the passion in your voice. I mean, I know you've got nothing negative to say about Murphy's, and I know that
the packaging. Everyone hates the packaging.
Yeah, I mean the packaging.
That's a foregone conclusion.
I know that you miss the people there. I know there's aspects of the role that you miss. I get that, and you're never the sort of person to burn bridges. However, I can just see how taking that away from you has just taken to an entire fucking level. It's almost like this is what you needed, and now it's like you've been shot out of a giant fucking catapult, and there's no stopping you. You are a fucking angler.
I've wanted to just be an independent artist all my life, you know, but it's like whatever dream it is, everyone wants to be a rock star or a movie action hero. You know, everyone's got their own dream. Mine was to be an independent artist, but I've also been a responsible husband and father, an adult, trying to be. So I set aside those dreams in exchange for a monthly salary to put a roof over the head and food on the table and pay the bills. And my dream may still go tits up, but I'm in that fresh zone right now where I'm just...
Doesn't matter. It's not going to go tits up. And if it does, don't worry. Like I said last week, you can walk in and just take some of that Gladwin money. You know it's there. You know, big, right next to his bed, he's got fucking bold out.
If after these...
Come here, Lloyd. Come take my money. I guarantee you, like, just the thought of you being in Vanishing Ink is getting them wet.
Jesus Christ.
You are to Vanishing Ink. You are to Vanishing Ink what a 15-year-old is to Magic Mike.
Oh. Oh, God. All right. Welcome to the Magic Podcast, which will probably start the proper episode now. Let's talk about new products, adventures, for the positivity in the community, the fact that there's been so much good magic on TV lately and on Netflix.
Well, actually, let's talk about the first thing. Let's talk about Harry Merlin Piper fucking killing it.
Magic Mike's type.
Yeah.
Magic Mike 3D's type. How old is Harry Merlin Piper?
Whitney Piper listens to this shit, please.
Oh, fuck. Uh-oh. I'm just saying, hey, that's a compliment.
Yeah, no, it is.
50. When I was 15, I wasn't Magic Mike 3D's type. I looked like the fucking kid from the Goonies. You know?
But Harry, good-looking kid, absolutely smashing it.
Well, I haven't seen the show yet, so don't.
No, me neither. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I want to see it, but I know he's fucking killing it. And I know he went there on a mission with his dad to absolutely, like, go, right, I am fucking here, and I am Harry Merlin Piper, and I am taking names and kicking ass, and that's what that kid's done, and it's great to see.
So there was a show that he's just won, isn't there, on Netflix?
Yeah, so it's a Netflix show called
Search for a Star?
Yeah, Star Search. Yeah, it's a Netflix show called Star Search. I mean, the most fucking exciting thing about it, as far as I can see, as somebody who's a massive Buffy the Vampire Slayer, is one of the judges is Sarah Michelle Gellar. Oh my God, and I love Sarah Michelle Gellar. I've loved her since Buffy. Like Sarah Michelle.
Calm down, Magic Mike.
Hey, I'm basically the same age as her. When she was a fucking high school cheerleader in Buffy, I was in high school.
I'll give you that.
And she's grown up, and I've fucking grown up, and I still think she's amazing. But yeah, so she's one of the judges, and
did he win the show?
Well, he won his round. As I say, I'm aiming to watch it. I'm going to be watching it tonight. Actually, he's run, as far as I can see, because I've read a lot about it, but I haven't had time to watch it yet. He's won his round, so he's officially the champion. And he beat a couple of magicians, but now he's got to defend his championship. So he's on the show again next week, but now he's got to defend. He's like the guy that everyone's coming after. I think that's the format of the show. So
people there holding Magic Mike 3D back.
Yes. It sounds like it's some sort of weird fucking wrestling thing. Like they had a fucking massive Royal Rumble to decide the winner, and he came out undefeated, with like the most votes. But now he needs to defend his title again next week. Reading, that's what it is. The bottom line is, he went out there, he competed against adults, he competed against other magicians, and he fucking nailed it, which is great for magic. It's great for young magicians. It shows just, I think that like this late, we've talked about this. I have a lot to do with the YMC. I have a lot to do with young magicians that are coming up. Ryland and Thea at the Young Magicians Club on Sunday, just gone, and seeing the level of talent that's there, seeing how, and we saw it at the session. We saw people like, we saw so many young magicians just nailing it and doing it. A guy called Jonty, I don't know if you saw him, a brilliant multiple selection. You saw Ibney, who was running around doing my trick to absolutely everyone. We talked about this on the session roundup. Like, there's so many young magicians that are kicking ass, and having people like Harry Merlin Piper, having people like Killian, having people like Ryland, having people like Ellen Nicholson going out there and showing the world what young magicians can do. I think it's exciting times. I think that's one of the reasons why magic is in such a good place right now, because so many young magicians are going out there and just killing it and showing a lot of fucking jaded adults who think they know everything, that in actual fact they don't know shit, compared to what the level of talent with these young magicians right now is just insane. Like, you watch Harry Merlin Piper and you watch his card manipulation stuff, and you see, I don't think there's many people that are even at his level, regardless of age.
Dude, me and Kaylee were in we were down in Dawlish, where her sister lives, for a little weekend away a couple of months ago, and the Magic Circle an event on YouTube where they had like loads of celebrities in, and they had like a Magic Circle sort of gala show, sort of open night, like a big black tie event. Do you remember that? What it was?
Yeah.
And it was
My friend Alex Jessen was on it, I believe, as well, and Matrix.
Yeah, some amazing people, and it was streaming, and we turned it on the TV in the lodge we were staying at, and Harry was on screen, and Kaylee's seen a lot of fucking magic, like not as much as magicians, but more than a few, right? Because she was a magic fan before we got together, so she fucking loves magic from both sides of the spectrum or the equation, and it's only one of us on the spectrum, and Harry was on doing his act, and she was like, "This guy is fucking brilliant," and she was like, and not because she's seen manipulation acts, we've seen some amazing manipulation acts, but she was like, "There's something really fucking special about him. Like he's really, really good. He like the way he holds himself, his fucking confidence on stage, his technical ability." We were just there going like, I think I've said it to him since I see him, met with him at Blackpool last year or the year before. He's got every chance of winning the entire fucking show outright. He's very, very, very special. Very, very good. And that just
really is. It really
is amazing for magic.
And it's good that he's not. I think one of his secrets is he's not afraid to take risk. He's done so many things. He's put himself out there, and it's just showing with his success that he's achieving. It's amazing.
Yeah, I love it. I just love seeing magic on the global stage. I love seeing people give respect to magic as well. Because at a different era in time, or with different performers, even. Magic, and I mean one of the big reasons why I never got into gigging was because I was so embarrassed of being a magician when I was younger. It was not cool. It was really not cool, especially from Wales council estate, though that type of place where I'm from. It was the lamest thing you could imagine. This is going back 20 years. Now, if people find out you're a magician, you are the fucking bee's knees.
Well, Ryland's in high school, and he's very open about being a magician. In fact, at Christmas, when they had their Christmas fair, he was doing walk around close-up magic for a couple of hours. They asked him to do close-up magic, and he's very. But it doesn't define him. It's not like he's the magic kid and that's all he does. It doesn't define him, but he's very open about the fact, yeah, I'm a magician. I do magic. And, I think these days it's not a thing to be embarrassed about. And I think that's another reason.
You see that magicians are winning or coming second on the biggest talent live Saturday night TV shows. Magicians have some of the biggest online followings, like in general, like some of the most viewed YouTube pages and Facebook pages and Instagram pages. Yep. Not YouTube, sorry, Facebook and Instagram specifically in the world are magician. Some of them are not great magicians, right? I'll give it that. But they are, or like not morally great magicians, but they're the things that people are seeking out. It's the content people want to see.
Yeah.
Whereas in a different era, maybe not so much the case, and I think that's why the industry is in such a phenomenally strong place.
It really is. It really is. And more people, and I see it because not only, what I see in the comments on my channel a lot, I see new people coming into magic all the time, and they say, hey, I've just found this channel. It's amazing. I've only been doing magic for a few months. But you know what I'm seeing a lot of at the moment?
Nonsense?
No. Well, yes. But, yes. But no.
Child molester defenders?
Well, there are a few of them. But unfortunately, magic attracts them like Michael Jackson attracts monkeys. Unfortunately, but no, that's what I was going to say.
I believe the monkey was the victim.
I believe so. I believe it was. Yeah.
When he was singing "I'm Forever Blowing Bubbles," Bubbles was a monkey.
Bubbles was
that was literally his monkey's name.
All the clues were there, and we chose to ignore them. Hang on, let me get back onto what I was saying before I completely missed the point. I'm seeing a lot of people putting comments on my YouTube channel, and they're saying stuff like, I used to be in magic. I left 4 or 5 years ago, or I left a couple of years ago, and now I'm back, and I'm really enjoying watching your content, and it's really invigorating me. And I'm not saying people are coming back because of my channel, but what I'm saying
no, they're not.
No, they're not. If anything, I'm putting people off. But we're seeing a lot of people that were in magic that left that are now coming back into magic.
Yeah. I'm seeing the same thing. I can literally pinpoint a comment in my mind, which one of the more recent ones on my channel, which says I've been out of magic for a while, but getting back into it and finding out, coming across other content and things. So, and speaking of new content, let me get his username up because I found my new magic channel that I love, and I'm gonna sound like I'm biased about this because he's just spoken about my book on his channel in his second video, but I swear to God, this would not have. I would have still brought the channel up regardless if he had spoken about my book, because this guy, I actually sent him an email, has got it. Whatever it is, he is resonating with thousands of people. You know, Fred, who's living in France. Fred. So on YouTube, the underperforming hobbyist.
His first video about I've got so much shit and I don't know what to do.
His first video is anyone else just collecting magic? And
I love that. I commented on that video. That was a great video.
Yeah, me too. He's basically he's a hobbyist magician that doesn't perform a lot, but he loves magic and the industry. I consider him very much like myself, even though I'm like, people think that I'm a professional. I say all the time, I'm not a professional. I don't do gigs or anything. And I just perform casually, but not as much as I wish I could. He's so. Some people, you could just watch them and listen to them read the phone book.
Yep.
That's this guy. He's British, but he's living in France. He's got a really good delivery. He's very succinct in what he says. He makes a lot of valid points. And he's resonating with so many. I watched it and I was like, oh, fuck, he resonates with me 100%. His comment section filled up. His first video blew up like thousands of views. And I emailed him about something and I said, thank you for talking about my book in your video. But I said, I'm calling it first. Your channel, if you keep consistent, is going to be massive.
Yeah.
He's just another one of these, not another one. He's got all the, he knows how to film. He knows how to edit. He knows how to make it look watchable in HD. But his characters is exactly what the magic world's been missing right now.
Amazing. Yeah, he's great. I didn't realize he put a second video up. I will go and watch that.
He talks about my book Doxborough, my new one, and he's like as an underperforming hobbyist, I love the book. I got it. Interesting stuff. Blah blah blah. Am I going to do any of the tricks from it? Probably not. Probably not going to do any of them from it. Maybe the lottery ticket prediction because he's in France. But he's like, he just appreciates it for the method, and I don't think that doesn't offend me in the slightest.
No.
The tricks in the book are, I mean, I don't do table hopping stuff. So if I was a table hopping gig magician, I wouldn't be doing those very often either. For me, they are the stuff that I bust out to fuck people up at the right time.
Yep.
Like, are they going to be my ambitious card routine? No. They just, it's a lot of creativity and method exploration. And they are practical. You can do every single one of them, but am I going to do them I don't do them every single day.
Nope.
You know, except for the lottery one. That's the one I come close to doing the most. And but I don't give a fuck. I love that he was honest, and I love that it was, yeah, you just, I don't know, his channel, it's gonna, if he carries on making content the way, and it's not your normal content. It's not like magic reviews. It's not like,
Yep. It's coming from a very interesting place.
Yeah. It's really,
I agree.
It's really open and raw. He's just like, oh, I should perform more, but I don't. And there was a point that he made in his last video where he's was it his last video or his first video? But whatever, he says like, his friend was like, basically like took the piss out of him for doing magic or like called all magician shit. And that's kind of like the place where I'm at, where like a lot of my friends, I don't tell people I do magic in my local area, especially growing up. And I'm from a council estate, so people are like, you know, yeah, I don't know. I really resonate with him. And I think a lot of people, if they haven't, I think a lot of people would have seen his video because he got 3,500 views on it.
Yeah.
For 6 days, but I think he might blow up. I really do. So it's at the underperforming hobbyist on YouTube.
Yeah, very, very, very good YouTube channel. Absolutely worth watching. I have to give a shout out to somebody else as well because I went on your recommendation to go and watch Come Alive in London. Kieran gave me and Sarah and Ryland and Thea tickets, which was absolutely amazing. So we made the weekend of it in London. I had a rare weekend off just last weekend. So I went to London on the Friday, hung out in London on the Saturday with the fam. They went to we went to this optical, this museum that's all to do with optical illusions and stuff. Then we went to see Come Alive, and then on the Sunday, Ryland and Thea were at the YMC at the Magic Circle. Me and Sarah just kind of hung around London, and then we came back. Wonderful weekend. The highlight of which was Come Alive, which is one of the best fucking shows I've ever seen, and just purely cements the fact that Kieran is an absolute god.
Kieran Johnson / Lefevre, I always get his name wrong. So I met him. He is fucking caviar of magic.
Yeah.
In my eyes. I say, how many years have I been saying to you? He's just one of the best live performers and creative thinkers. His obsession for details, and even though he's completely mad and chaotic, and in the session he had Andy Gladwin licking his fucking head. He had 5 people's fingers in his mouth looking for a coin. He was all over the place drinking fucking urine. He is this chaotic fucking scramble. I call him the human Labrador or the social hand grenade. Like, he's just bonkers off the wall. And then when it comes to thinking about magic, he is fucking astute. He is like pinpoint accuracy. He's obsessed with it. Man. So what happened when because the whole Come Alive experience it's an experience, right? It's not a show. It is a show.
No, it is a show. It's an experience. It's amazing. So it's almost like walking into a circus, but you start off for the first hour or so walking around the outside of the circus and seeing
like where the tents are, where like all the
and you see where the animals are kept in the circus and where the people live in the and there's lots of little satellite shows where if you miss it, you'll miss it. Like Kieran, we watched him do like a set in a tent to like 8 people, and he was just sitting down doing some of the most incredible close-up magic to like 8 people in a tent. And there's like hundreds of people at this, but they had like a tent with like 8 people in it. And then there's like mini stages. We saw him on the mini stage doing some amazing stuff, doing his card in Chocolate Bar, which is just
his famous card in Chocolate Bar that fucking everyone knows now.
Yeah, and you watch it, and it was just so good. It was so good, and then you go in and watch the show, and the show was incredible.
Did you see his bubble show as well?
Yes. Oh fuck, his bubble show. Okay, this is the type of person that Kieran is. Thea is now obsessed with magic, and she's learning everything. And she said to me beforehand, I really want to learn bubble magic. And I was like, you wait till you see Kieran. It's going to be amazing. So she watched the bubble show, and Kieran could tell she was like this. Like, she was just, it was like an entire world was opening up. And then he turns around to her, and he takes her off to one side, and he's like, look, do you like bubbles? And she's like, yeah. And he's like, okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my guy to make...
Bubbles is a monkey. Let me bring him in.
But I'm going to get my guy to make you a duplicate set of everything that I did in that show, because you can't buy it. I have it made. I'm going to have a set made for you. And then we're going to jump on Zoom a few times. I'm going to teach you my entire act. Who the fuck does that? Like, seriously, who does that?
Did he bring Ryland an egg bag as well?
Yes, and it gave Ryland an egg bag, like one of the most expensive egg bags that's made, like the best egg bag, pure silk, absolutely beautiful. He knew that Ryland did the egg bag, and I thought he'd had a spare egg bag lying around. No, he ordered this egg bag for himself, and because he knew Ryland loved egg bags, look at that, it's amazing. He gave Ryland an egg bag. Like, this guy is like a saint. He doesn't have to do any of this stuff. Here's another example of what he did, right? Here's another example. He finishes before the show. The show runs like about 2 hours with an interval, and it's an amazing show. It's all the Greatest Showman music. It's a really nice story. There's some incredibly talented acts. But he finishes at that point. He does all of the pre-show stuff and finishes, and he can go home. We went into the show. He waited around 2.5 hours and waited outside for us. And when we were going out, the security guy went, Kieran's over there. And we went over. And the only reason he waited around is because he wanted to jump on the tube with us to make sure that we got back to our hotel safely.
He did that with us as well.
This is the guy that, I mean,
I love him. Literally love him. I've been raving about him for years. Me and him go back like 20 years. Like, we worked on so many projects together, like Card in Ice that he did. I think Joshua J does that in his 6 Impossible Things show. Like literally is Kieran's version, or something like that. I don't know. I hope I haven't tipped anything. His Cuban. Oh my god! So much stuff. I just think he's phenomenal. If anyone gets,
and I don't think he gets a lot of the credit that like he should get. The Cuban Bottle is the perfect example. Everyone says Henry Harrius is the creator of Cuban Bottle, because Cuban Bottle was really popularized by Henry Harris and Henry Harris's approach to it. But Kieran came out with Cuban Bottle years before that.
And
But
signed Cuban Bottle.
signed Cuban Bottle, yeah.
Yeah, I went and I filmed that project in I think we went to the O2 Arena and filmed it in like some rooms around there or something. It was like a university close to it, joined to it. Yeah, God, I was young. Going 10, 15 years ago, maybe. It was a long, long time ago. Yeah, literally he has a bag that a cloth bag, you go inside it. He does like a triumph routine, and then he gets someone to sign a Rubik's Cube, and it's mixed up and it's all this crazy shit happening. Does a triumph routine, and then at the end he's like, oh yeah, the cards are the right way. You missed the moment the cube solved, but what you didn't see was the moment, or did the cube vanish even? Can't fucking remember that bit now. But then inside the cloth bag, he pulls it out. I pulls out a jar with a lid on it, and inside is the signed mixed up fucking Rubik's Cube. And it's a solid Rubik's Cube. It's actually, I might even have it in this room. It was by my TV for ages until I moved house last year. It's a fucking signed Rubik's Cube in a jar. And everyone would say, come in, like, what the fuck is that? I say, oh, my friend Kieran got me to sign a Rubik's Cube, and he put it inside a glass jar and I can't get it out. Simple as that. And that's exactly what happens. Isolated, it's called.
Yeah, that's the one. I mean, what can you say?
Yeah,
but if anybody, and he told me that the show's only running until January 2027 because the building it's in is getting knocked down. Right. And they haven't found a new venue to have it yet. So it might not continue after next year. So if you want to see what I think is probably the best show I've ever seen, you need to get to London and watch Come Alive. It's incredible. It's not just a show; it's an experience. It's so
that's what you say. It'll start off with you just ambling around like the performers' village.
Yeah.
Or like, if imagine that circus rocked up to your town and you see all the people living in the caravans around it. You spend an hour basically going around those in a really beautiful, like sort of like mystical setting. There's palm readers there. There's little tents that they're doing shows in. Literally, Kieran will drag you out of the fucking walkway and perform magic, and other performers will too. And then the Come Alive show starts, and it's like a big 3D circular fucking gladiator style arena circus tent. Well, it's a fucking circus tent. What am I about? And you see all these trapeze artists, jugglers, crazy shit happening, singers, dancers. And then there's a halftime show. Did you do the halftime stuff with Kieran?
No, I didn't realize there was halftime stuff. No, I didn't.
He gave us there's a VI. I think he was performing that day, so he got us backstage. It was like free food, basically, like burgers and stuff. And that's where he performing the egg bag to people. And there's some stuff, and then the show continues. Oh, it's just amazing. Like, yeah, amazing. But some people are never going to be in the UK to listen to that, to go and see it. So let's talk about some magic products. And
actually, we should talk about magic products, but there's a big piece of news that we haven't covered that's worth covering, and I think it's another example of why Peter Nardi is the smartest fucking man on the planet. I don't know if you're aware of this.
Has he shaved his ball bag?
No, although that is a necessity.
I only need to examine it for myself.
Blackpool, we're going to make that happen. We're going to have that video. No, so you know that we talked about this, that Alakazam bought the 1914.
Yes.
And, Alakazam have been very open. This is the smart. You will fucking love this. You obviously don't know about this, and this is really fucking smart. They bought the 1914, and they've been very open and honest, and they've said they want to keep the 1914 as it was. It's not going to just be part of the Alakazam brand. It's going to be powered by Alakazam, so it's going to have their resources behind it when it comes to, using their shipping in the UK, their warehouse in the US. But effectively, they want to keep it as its own separate brand. But even then, some people are probably thinking, well, the 1914 was D. Christopher. The 1914 can't be Alakazam. Alakazam is Alakazam. Alakazam won't know how to actually run the 1914. And then a video drops on the Alakazam socials over the weekend.
Oh!
Alakazam and the 1914 drop a video where they kind of basically say, let me introduce you to the new face of the 1914. And then it just comes up on the screen like a fucking Hollywood trailer. Louis Lavelle is back. And then it's Louis basically effectively taking on the role of the face of the 1914, and everything that happens with the 1914 is running through Louis Lavelle. He's still got Mindhouse. He's still doing that. That's not changing, but he is personally overseeing all of the new tricks that are coming out through the 1914.
How the fuck did they wangle that then? I saw it picking up and I was like, oh, what the fuck's that about? How? That's fucking amazing. I am Louis Lavalle's biggest fanboy. Probably.
I know you are.
I think he's incredible. His taste in mentalism, his style, everything is just it's what mentalism should be like. I think
and some people, I love D. Christopher. Don't. I'm not saying anything negative about.
Oh, I fucking love D as well.
Yeah, but I think that the 1914 started missing something when Lewis left for whatever reason. Lewis left towards the end of the 1914, and I feel that was the beginning of the end. I feel that losing Lewis was a bigger impact blow than people thought at the time. And I think Lewis coming back to the 1914 and effectively making it was like watching a fucking wrestling storyline. It was like, like Alakazam have taken over the 1914. It's not going to be like it was ever again. And then fucking in walks Louis Lavelle, and he's like, yeah, I'm back, bitches.
Mighty car.
But I mean, they obviously reached out to Lewis. They obviously have come up with some sort of deal. Lewis has been very open to say, look, this is not going to impact what I'm doing with Mindhouse. Mindhouse is a completely separate thing. That's going to continue. But the 1914 is going to now effectively, I'm the face of the 1914. And he's like, I've seen all of the new releases. I'm going to be talking about all the new releases. I believe they're going to get him involved in a lot of the filming of the new releases.
Fuck, how did they manage that?
I don't know, but whatever they did, it's a fucking smart business move.
It's a very, very. If I had acquired a brand that specialized in that style of like esoteric mentalism, mystical wonders, which is very, very focused on like not just creative mentalism, but aesthetic mentalism as well. I would be looking to hire Louis Lavelle.
Yeah,
he's the guy I'd want to put in the front seat, in the driving seat.
Absolute no-brainer, and it gives the brand instant credibility.
Yeah. Fucking wow, fair play.
Yeah.
So is he like is he a full-time member of staff then or something?
I don't know if he's a full-time member of staff. I don't know if he just like is there on a consultancy basis. I don't know if he's there as a content creator, but he made it very clear in the video he's back with the 1914 and he's got his fingers over everything.
Wow. Well, that answers the question then. How the fuck is what are the Nardis gonna do? Are they gonna grow their hair out? Are they gonna start, dressing like vampires?
They don't need to. They've put the eyeliner away. They've brought a vampire in. They've got him.
They what's the phrase? They dug him up. They got him out the coffin.
And this is a smart move for Lewis as well, I think, because Mindhouse is a great brand. It really is a great brand. But I think that being associated with 1914 and therefore by proxy with Alakazam, I think that really helps his. Not that he needs his brand helping, but it can't do any harm having.
I've said this before a bunch of times that the strategy for me when I was trying to grow myself, not that Lewis needs growing like you said, but my strategy was always try and have a partnership with as many magic sites as possible. Because by proxy, then, like if every big magic business sent out an email talking about you and your product or your brand at all, if every single magic site did that, then by proxy, everyone in the industry would know who you are, because between them all, they have essentially every person active in the industry on their mailing lists. So, yeah, phenomenal.
Just great.
And I can't fucking wait. Do you know what's exciting about this? To me, the most exciting element is that Alakazam for 30 years, were famous for doing the best magic wallets in the business.
Yeah.
1914 came along, and with Louis Lavalle's wallets that they brought out, it's very hard to find anyone that hasn't converted. Because you look anywhere, the people are constantly talking about the Orphic wallet and the 1914 wallets, the Shadow or the Razor wallet. But
Yep.
these are all sort of like 1914 and just came in and just fucking elbowed them out the way.
Yeah.
So what did Alakazam do? If we're now not known for doing the best wallets or most loved wallets, which they still are, don't get me wrong, there's no offense there. They fucking
They buy the company. Yeah.
that is a business move and a fucking half. Like proper congratulations to Nardi, because that is
And what's the first official
very
1914? What's the first official 1914 release that's coming out of Blackpool? It's the Castle Wallet by Simon Lipkin.
that's what Lipkin, yep.
And then you've got somebody else like Simon Lipkin that's coming out. It's just more credibility, more credibility, more credibility. I mean, at this point, they're fucking screaming 1914 is fucking back.
Yeah, shit. I feel like Peter's gonna buy me. I don't want to be bought. I just feel like I'm fucking being sucked off by the laser beam. Oh, Alakazam. I'm just in there fucking. Oh, I'm going around the whirlpool.
In a couple of years, I think we're going to have a money off between Gladwin and Nardi.
Yeah. Who's gonna offer to buy who first?
At the end of the day, in about 50 years' time, the entire fucking community will be decimated, and it'll just be vanishing.
Divorce. No, I don't want it. Yo, you have to have it. No, you fucking kill it. One of us has to pay the bills to put the fucker down. I ain't doing it.
Well, I wish one of these fucking millionaire fucking magic companies would go and buy Scott Alexander's range from his estate. Somebody go and fucking do that.
Oh, I don't know. Who's a millionaire that I'm talking to right now that could buy it?
I just do my channel and just perform. That's all I do. I'm not a buyer of. Although I am trying to get the rights to something right now.
Text it to me.
I am currently.
Are you trying to buy the rights to the thumb tip?
No. I am currently.
Because you could just use a fucking effigy of your own head.
I am currently trying to buy the rights to something, and I have a call with this person later on this week.
I've lost.
If I just send you over the if I just send you over the email, because I don't want anyone to know just yet what I'm doing. However, if I show you the
What? Show me.
Oh my god! If I just show you the message that I had yesterday, setting up the call that I will be having later on this week to buy the rights to something, and I think as soon as you see who is involved in this, you'll realize the rights that I am buying, and I've already had a yes. I just need to drop the cross the I's and dot the T's. Have a look at your WhatsApp.
Oh, okay.
I'm personally arranging buying the rights for something, and you'll see when you look at the WhatsApp that I've just sent you.
Sorry to reply to Laura a second. Oh no! Shut up.
Yes.
WT fuck.
I'm buying the rights to it. Me personally. Yeah.
When?
Soon.
When?
I've got the call. I got the call later on this week.
Did you get
arrange? Huh?
How did you get Tenyo to agree to that? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Whoa. So wait there, right? If we're talking timelines and free, so the call will happen this week. Then is it going to be done on the call? Like done deal?
I will push for it to be done on the call. Yes.
How much? Text me an amount.
I don't know. That's the purpose of the call is negotiation.
Shit, son. Wow, that is insane.
Yeah, it really is. So, yeah.
Wow.
You'll be the first to hear about it on the Magic Podcast. Sorry to be very, very elusive.
Oh yeah, sorry. It's me going. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
But this changes the game in this industry and then some.
Yeah.
And ironically, I'm buying the rights to something I will never fucking use in my life, but I don't care.
15-year-old.
That's more Ted Karmolovich's style and Magic Mike's.
Holy shit! Right. Okay, we need to
Carry on.
Yeah, let's carry on. Okay,
no, that's got you all excited.
Yeah, right. Wow.
It's like a shepherd's just walked in with his livestock right there in the room with you. I can see. Your eyes have lit up like a little pinball machine.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Anyway. Should we carry on talking about magic? Are you? No, you're not texting me. Good.
No, I was texting Kaylee. Sorry.
Okay, right. I'm on Do Not Disturb, so I don't see text messages when they come through because I'm a professional and I don't take text messages when I'm doing the podcast live. Don't you know?
I just don't give a fuck.
You want to see the what? Right. Okay. So I've got to show you something very, very funny. You've got to see something fucking hilarious. So every single year, so the Blackpool Magic Convention has an official after show, and it takes place on the Monday night, and it's held at the House of Secrets, and tickets are limited to 40, and it's a night of close-up magic and stage shows, and it's always really fun, and it's always really rammed. And if you are staying in Blackpool and leaving on the Tuesday instead of on the Monday, and you want to see an amazing show, then tickets are now available on the House of Secrets website. So if you go on the House of Secrets website and you look at the official after show, you will be able to see that the official lineup for this year's. I'm very, very proud. Basically, the Petty family are taking over the after show. So it's me, it's Ryland, and it's Thea doing the official after show on the Magic Podcast live. So not Magic Podcast Live, sorry, the official after party of the Blackpool Magic Convention. The reason I bring this up is, one, it's going to be a great show, but two, I think Russ Brown decided to create a poster and he decided to use AI. And you know how in the past we've debated about how AI can be used well and AI can be used badly? I'm going to share the screen for the YouTube viewers. If you were listening to this on the podcast, go and look at the House of Secrets website. This right here, Lloyd, is the after party podcast.
Oh no, you look. What the fuck is that photo, mate? That's not you.
That is not me. Look at Thea. I don't know who that little girl is.
Oh my god,
that is not my daughter.
It's a tribute act.
Look at Ryland.
Hosted by a fat Zane Lowe and some kids from the Goonies. What the fuck?
And a rabbit coming out of a top hat, because rabbits coming out of top hats, that. And me holding a flaming card. I love that as well. With doves. There will not be doves. If you book to watch this show, I can guarantee you there will not be doves. I also love that Thea's holding a bent fork. I don't think she's ever done liquid metal in her life, but she's holding a bent fork over there. I love that they've got Ryland holding a Rubik's Cube. That's kind of on brand, I suppose. Although notice there's 4. It's a 4x4. It's a 4x3.
I love that there's somebody's hand coming through your fucking heart, Craig.
Yes, there is a hand coming through my heart. That. Oh my God, yes, there is. Fuck me. There's an evil hand coming through my heart. And a dice where they're exposing the method because all of the sides are 5. So, whatever. So, yeah, there you go. I needed to share that. It's going to be an amazing show. But we talked about how sometimes AI can be used in a positive way. Other times it can be used in a fairly negative way. That's the example of not the greatest poster in the world.
No.
I did laugh at that. I
Just do the fucking photo of you, innit?
Yeah. But
well, maybe it's designed to create controversy.
Well, that is kind of my thing, controversy. But it's going to be a great show. If anybody wants to come along to it, it's going to be an amazing show. I know you won't stick around. Getting you to stay till the end of Blackpool is a miracle at the best of times. I'm willing to bet you'll be fucking off.
I think I'm coming up a day early this year. I'm coming.
Are you?
Well, we've got the Magic Podcast Meetup / mini convention kind of thing. It happened the day before, the pre-convention. which is what? So, what is the time that starts?
Oh my god, hang on. You
I've
talk.
had loads of people ask me, and I don't fucking know. And Kieran's messaged me, and I'm just useless at replying.
Okay, hang on. Give me a second. You talk, and I'll find out.
So Kieran, okay, so on the Wednesday, you have Blackpool starting on the Thursday. On the Wednesday night for the last 3 years or 2 years.
Okay, I got it. Sorry. Magic podcast with Craig Petty and Lloyd Barnes. Join Craig and Lloyd for an exclusive meetup for Magic podcast listeners from 3 until 7.
3 o'clock until 7. We got 4 hours.
5 hours, isn't it? 3, 4, 5. No, 4 hours. You're right. Yeah.
This cunt does the atomic deck. And, you know what I mean? 4 hours, and we're going to have a special guest. Can we say who it is?
Yeah, I think we should.
We'll announce one of them, because we might have more between now and then. Kieran Johnson, the Kieran from Come Alive, is going to be there doing an act and lecturing as well, teaching
Yes,
stuff
I believe he's doing an act and he's lecturing, yes.
on stage. We're going to be obviously having a jam, getting to meet new friends who may have be coming to the convention for the very first time. That was the original idea of it, was the meetup would happen the day before, because we had so many listeners that were coming to Blackpool that had never been and were nervous. So we said, why don't we put on an event? And also, I need to say to Jake as well, Craig, that it was supposed to be the Black Art podcast and the Magic podcast meetup. Remember? It was
Well, no, originally it was the Magic Podcast meetup, but then when you decided to not turn up, me and Jake said, let's make it a Magic Podcast, a Black Arts Podcast meetup, because Lloyd ain't going to be there, and you and me can run the whole thing. And Jake was like, fuck it, why not? And then you did turn up at the last second, and nobody expected you. And then me and Jake were like...
I forgot it was happening. Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to do it again, like in some capacity with us all, because I think it works best like that.
I agree.
But we're going to have some mini lectures, a special guest, Kieran Johnson, jamming, and we're going to come up with some fun things. Maybe we'll play a little game show or stuff, or we'll do an AMA, we'll ask some questions, record something live. But generally, the idea was that we meet all people. If you listen to this podcast and you've made it this fucking far, you're one of us. You're basically...
You know what I think could be a fun thing to do? We film a podcast live.
No, we've done it twice and it was shit.
Well, it was shit because we did it in the evening, and the people that went there weren't our people. The people that go to the house...
Oh, they were. We were just... They were... Well, you were fucking... It was good. It wasn't that bad. We were just... It was better when we had people asking... What was it? Like the first year, we had it really well planned out. I think Rory Adams and Rich Relish were like hosting it and asking questions at a game show. And
it was a lot better.
And just like... Fuck.
Fucking ridiculous the following year. We didn't have a fucking clue. I was fairly sure I was so fucking drunk. I was drunk. I was so drunk. I promised myself I'd never get that drunk ever again.
I remember I literally drove you home, so I don't drink, took you to your front door, and you fell through the door and you were on your hands and knees in the fucking porch with your ass hanging out.
Yes, I do remember this. Not a moment of life. And I'm pretty sure I threw drink over a load of people in the podcast.
Cake, one of the people there.
Yeah.
Me, I got it splattered all over me. Me fell off the wagon. It was fun. It was fun. Those episodes have never aired.
No, they never fucking...
They'll never will. Yeah. Oh, and that's right. We pissed off the audio engineer guy because
because we covered his mics.
And they got fucking ruined. And he hated it. Literally hated us. Like, he was actually...
Yeah, no, I don't think it's an us thing. I think it's more me. That was my decision.
I'll allow it.
I like to feel like I've matured since those days, though.
Oh, dude, I'm going to get you fucking wankered. This one. I'm going to be an enabler.
Oh, my God. That's funny. Yeah, why not? But yeah, so yeah, that's going to be amazing. That's going to be really cool. New products. Have you seen anything new? Anything exciting? I tell you the thing that's come out that I really love, and I think it's great. And I did an interview with Zhao and Tom Wright about this. Have you seen the mag reel?
I've seen the trailer for it. I'm a massive Tom Wright fanboy. Yeah. Some of the stuff in that trailer, like I've never seen that stuff be possible before.
Yeah. Well,
have you got one?
Yes, I have. I've been playing around with it. I interviewed with it. They did a full video with me where they kind of basically exposed how it works. It's very, very simple. Because obviously the reel is built into the the wallet on the back of the phone.
Yeah.
And because you just put the phone to one side, it literally works itself. All you've got to do is press a button and then it does the whole thing. It's very, very good. It's
Could even you do it?
even me, and I'm shit when it comes to thread. Shit. Absolutely fucking shit. But I can do it. It's really good.
Wow.
Yeah. He's changed the game. He really has. It's
What's
really
the retail price on it?
like I can't remember. It's like $100, I think, something like that. Maybe a little bit. It might be a bit more. I can't remember. Can you find out for me, and I'll go on.
Are they Points the Magic because they're in the UK? Are they? Ba-ba-ba-da-bum-ba-bum. Let me see. Is it been? Oh yeah, here it is. £189 in the UK, which is about $210. Which is about, it comes with an app too, which is pretty cool. So you can like,
Yeah, we can because you can program whatever you want to program in the app, and you can have multiple programs. It's really smart how it works. It's very, 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 very smart.
yeah, do you know? Because like years ago, you would have had to literally pay like a couple of £1,000 for something like that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It would not be cheap.
You've used electronic thread working your shows and Ryland shows, have you? So you know a fair bit about it, and that type of stuff is not generally cheap. Like I say cheap, but it's comparatively cheap.
Yeah, it's not cheap. Like Ryland uses all of the Sean Begonia programmable thread system, and to do his 10-minute act with a handkerchief on stage with thread, and all the different stuff he does, I think it costs like $4,500.
So to be able to do this close up, built into a phone, not needing a stage for £108.
Yeah, and you've got Tom Wright teaching all of the different routines on there as well. So the tutorial is phenomenal.
I always come back to this thing. I'm sure it was Paul Rothman, is that his name? Paul Rothman.
Yeah, Paul Rothman.
Yeah, Paul Rothman. That's it. The creative consultant. I think it was him at the EMC. Remember the EMC conference that was online? Biz.
They were great. They were. Yeah, I remember that.
He was the creative consultant on the Harry Potter films, and I think he said he did something like they polled loads, like hundreds and hundreds of lay people, to ask them what they were most impressed by in terms of magic tricks, whether it was like vanishes, appearances, levitations, transformations, and like overwhelmingly, people love watching levitations and animations more than anything else. So they specialized in doing a lot of that for the films. I'm sure that was, I may be misremembering, but I think it was something along the lines of that. And I always think about that when it comes to, even though I don't do any thread work whatsoever, I do know that it's like that Leviosa trick. Every fucking magician that does wedding gigs in the UK, not every single one, but so many of them just do that.
Yep.
That Dynamo uses it a lot and thread work a lot because, you know, he performs so fucking much to so many people and important people. He's got to use the stuff that gets the best reactions, you know. And I need to start getting into it tonight.
I do the spontaneous levitation in my illusion show, and it's typically the show-stopping moment of the show. You know, when you're taking somebody, a member of the audience, and floating them up in the air with no visible means of support. I mean, at that point, it's just like, what the fuck? It's one of those things that people expect a magician to do, levitate.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose it is. It's one of those things you're meeting an expectation, you deliver it upon something, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's kind of funny that you say that in a way. It's like, Danny Ortiz talks about expectations. One of the things he says, like, in one of his books is that if you tear a card up, right, you can almost force an effect, right? So if you tear a card up and switch it for a restored folded up card, like a moving folded card, if you've got it torn, apparently torn, and you said to the audience, if you could do magic, what would you do with this card? They generally will say, put it back together. And he goes, oh, okay. Okay, if you'd said make it disappear, I would have made it disappear. If you'd said change the color, I would have changed the color. But I'm going to do what you say, and then it hits stronger. And it's almost like people expect you to do two sort of things. If you've got a magician, the three things would be: can you make something disappear? Can you fly? Can you make money? And I suppose if you could do any one of those or all three of those things within your show, then I suppose you're sort of delivering on preconceived notions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, there'd be something to that, right? If you could do three things that they expect you to do or want to see you do, then you're delivering that ding 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 moment from the Jack in the Box song. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
I wonder if there's something to that. You know, creating an act where or putting three pieces in your close-up thing, which
Where the audience feels like they have a choice of what's happening all the way through the set.
well, not so much the choice, but just fulfilling the expectation
Mm.
of what a magician is. Like vanity
the only thing-
that I do. Like a big part of that is like, oh, I can say I've vanished an elephant. You know, and they go away saying he vanished an elephant.
I mean, that you'd have to find the effects where there is a expectation, because sometimes it's subjective. So, for example, if I had a card selected, and I'd say, right, okay, you've picked a card. What do you want me to do with it? You're not really leading them in one choice at that point. So they could be like, there's a lot of different options. Do you know what I mean? So you'd have to find, like, the example you gave of the torn card is perfect. You tear up a card, pretty much everyone's going to say, put it back together. So you'd have to find, I think, first of all.
Well, there's a trick you can do with a dollar bill. Well, I say dollar, but the way I saw it was, you roll up a dollar bill, you place it in someone's hand. You say, if you could do magic, what would you do to that? And they always say, "Oh, turn it to 100," and and you done a false transfer, and then that makes them freak out. I think Blaine uses it in one of his TV specials, and he gives it to a group of kids in one of his later specials, and they fucking, when they find it's 100, they bomb down the road in excitement. Yeah, so you can do stuff like that. I kind of want to work on, like, I hope nobody pinches this concept, but like, my way of pulling a rabbit from a hat. Because like, everyone expects oh, what are you, a magician? What, can you pull a rabbit from a hat? I'd love to be able to go, I am Lloyd, I do magic. Today I'm going to pull a rabbit from a hat. But yeah, and then find a way. Maybe I take a £5 note and I turn it into an origami hat, and I reach in and pull out a toy rabbit, or I draw a rabbit on a piece of paper and it comes to life somehow. I draw something like that, like a little cardboard top hat on a billet or something. I don't know. And then pop it and it comes real.
Many years ago, I did an out to lunch project. Many years ago, it was just an ebook. Like, we're talking probably about 20 odd years ago now. I did an ebook on out to lunch, and one of the things I put in there was a rabbit out of a hat. I drew a hat, and I did the out to lunch thing, and on all of the cards underneath I had a sticker of a rabbit. So they signed. They said, hey, if I asked them to write the rabbit's name on the by the hat, and then I had them put it in their hand. Got somebody else to tap with a wand, and when they turned it over, the rabbit was out, and it still had it because it was out to lunch. So I mean, that was about 25 years ago, but that's all I've ever done with that. But I mean, that's kind of obvious. I think if you sit down and you think, right, how am I going to get a rabbit coming out of a hat? Up to lunch would probably be one of the first things that you think of.
I didn't think of it. At all. I was thinking more cardiograph. I'm just thinking, I'd love to take like a £5 note. Imagine be like, okay, so this is going to be my top hat. So I'm going to create a little top hat. And then we need to put the top on the hat. You can see it's hollow. And then imagine I could just like pour or like reach in maybe. Nah, it's not aesthetic enough, is it?
It could be. I mean, that would be easily achievable with a sponge rabbit, a pair of tweezers, and a thumb tip.
I could do the thing where I build, where I could shine a light through it. So I say, and then it starts to appear. So I say, look, this is the hat. And now see the rabbit coming through there. And then I can pull it out for real or something.
That's cool.
Oh, God. I'm going to get derailed now. This is a fucking waste of my day.
What about some sort of packet trick where you've got like hats and you show 4 cards?
No.
Do you packet tricks?
No, I hate packet tricks.
I did not know that. What do you hate about packet tricks?
They're packet tricks.
So what?
No, it's not so much that. I hate the way they're handled, right? Because, and I talked about this in my lecture, right? That, like, for example, if you're going to do, we're magicians, right? We often telegraph a lot of our moves before they happen. So I try and remove all telegraphing from a lot of my routines in any way, shape, or form. But the moment, like I talk about this, I'll start off with this, right? If you're gonna do a coin vanish, right? So you know this retention vanish. Have you seen some of these people do it? And they legit, it's so hold it at their fingertips. They bring it up to their left hand palm. They close their fingers around it. When they open, the coin's fucking gone, and there's no moves. It does not matter if you are technically perfect. If you are the best person at that vanish in the whole fucking world that it can be watched in slow motion, and you can't tell, doesn't matter, because the moment you hold the coin like that, that is the universal sign language for children in schools of I'm pretending to put a coin in my hand.
Yeah,
right? This, if you're going to hold it in the French drop position or this, that is the same symbol as waving. It's the same symbol as fuck you. It's the same symbol as no, whatever. This is the same thing. Everyone knows this is typical. This is the standard magician move for pretending to coin. So when I do coin vanishes, I hold coins like people hold coins, like actual lay people hold coins. When it comes to card tricks, for example, one of them I talk about is the Triumph. We, all throughout our set, right, we're shuffling cards, yeah? We're overhand shuffling, we're riffle shuffling, we're doing all this stuff. But when it comes to the Triumph, most people that do the Triumph, not everyone, right? I don't want to put everyone in the same category. Most magicians suddenly start doing twists and stuff and showing the cards like this, and now they're all like this, and it's all everything about the way they've handled cards up until that point is different. They handle the cards completely different for one routine. They show them cut. They all spread it through the show their mix. They start saying, "Oh, some are back to back, some are face to face," and then after that routine, they suddenly go back to handling cards again, and it's friction. It's a bump in the road. It's something that stands out like a sore thumb, regardless if they were fooled. For some reason, everything about the way you handle cards was different. And it's the same with packet tricks, right? When it comes to packet tricks, or say if someone's doing any other trick where it's 4 cards, right? They'll lay 4 cards on the table. They're showing the 4 aces. They've got the cards like this. If they want to count these 4 cards, they will count these 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. They'll say 4 cards. And then magicians typically, they'll come to packet tricks and suddenly they start doing this. Oh, there's 4 cards here. And they never just... And I don't mind tricks using 4 cards, but I think people automatically start creating packet tricks from the point of how they think or how they've always been shown packet tricks should look, and it instantly is a misstep for me. It's like,
have you seen that trick that I put out through Trick Trick Boom? Ape.
Yes.
Yes. Because I purposefully tried to keep away from any displays that you would normally see with a packet trick.
So I love that for the plot of it. I love the plot of that effect because I love all the story and the build up to it. It's just that if I were to do it, I would completely change the handling. But the beauty for that with me is that brilliant concept that you've come up with and making that ape appear based off the story. But yeah, like if I was going to do it, I would just completely mix up the handling, somehow. I don't know how yet, but that's what I would do. But I think it's brilliant.
Yeah, I've always been obsessed with packet tricks, and I don't know why. It's like my guilty pleasure. And I think for some reason it's very polarizing in the community. Like some people either love packet tricks or they hate them. There's nobody who is kind of like, most people either love them or hate them. Like you hate them.
I hate them, but I don't hate the concept of them. So a trick, like for example, NFW by Gary Freed, one of the best tricks ever. However, in terms of like the concept of the trick, 4 aces turn. There's more phases of magic which are convincers along the road.
But 4 jokers turn into 4 aces. That's the basic.
Yeah, that's basically the trick. So if I was gonna, if I was gonna do it and add phases of magic in, and I do have a version like this on my channel, but they don't end up with a change at the end. I would have the 4 cards. If it's gimmicked anyway, fucking gimmick it, right? I would have them go 1, 2, 3, 4 without any moves. I'd make them turn visually face up, right? These 3 can be little slidey cards that shift. The top one can be, I hate flaps, but just for the sake of this conversation, a flap. So you could achieve a super visual without all the false bullshit counts, and you could just literally like release, and all 4 cards would turn over. And then, since they're gimmicked anyway, you could literally turn the whole packet over to do the double stick in or the double face in, and then just show that they've all changed. No need for counts, no need for all this weird unnatural stuff. And then And also, I feel like if you have to count 4 cards like that, then you should have to count 4 cards that way the entire way through all this stuff you're doing, you know? I don't know. Yeah, I would just completely, like, this is creativity challenge for people. Just do a packet trick, but forget everything you know about handling packet tricks and think about how should it look and do that and strive for that. Don't come out of the room until you have something.
So create a packet trick where there's no count, there's nothing like that. It is literally a completely different way of reimagining this. So it's not the effect that you have an issue with. It's really more the moves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, so I think, can I categorize that as packet tricks? Then, to me, I would say, like, oh, have you seen my trick where 4 aces turn to 4 jokers? Like, it's not, you know, I wouldn't. I think often people start off by choosing the wrong door, and because of that, they stay in that lane. Then, so by framing it mentally as a packet trick, people can't stop thinking about it as a packet trick. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I said to you, you're gonna do a 3 fly, right? You're gonna create a new 3 fly. Instantly, I bet your mind went to, okay, I'm gonna start here with my hands left and right at head height, 3 coins splayed in a fan here, and one by one they're gonna jump over, right? Because it's 3 fly. If I told you you're gonna do a teleportation routine, Craig, and one by one a coin is gonna teleport from one place to another, you'd probably start to be more open creatively to a different handling. So I'm not specifying it's from your hands.
Yeah.
I'm not specifying it's called the 3 fly. Do you know what I mean? You start to think of more interesting ways to approach it. But people, when you start off in the box of packet tricks, you start to confine yourself to you often confine yourself to the box. But if you say create a trick with 4 cards change, and you're not allowed to do a false count, even removing the walls on purpose, you're not allowed to do false counts. Well, now you're in new territory, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It really does.
Yeah, so that's, I think, like, a lot of the way that I'm creating magic these days is not so much, basically I'm just removing sort of titles from effects or so it's not like, here's a new 3 fly. It's like, okay, this is going to be my 3 coin teleport.
So what do you think is the next big thing that's going to take place in this industry? What do you think the next thing is? As somebody who's been involved in this industry behind the scenes, and you're privy to more than any of us, including me, you know, you've been in the, the proverbial belly of the beast with Murphys and with Illusionist, and you've spent basically your entire career seeing the inner workings behind this industry. What do you think? And you've seen lots of big things come and go, and things that have defined an industry, whether it be a creator that's completely come in and taken over, or whatever the case may be. Do you have any idea in your head what you think is the next big thing that's going to happen?
I don't know about what the next big thing's going to be, but I do think I have an idea of what people are going to steer towards.
Okay.
And it's only in one aspect that I can really think of, but for example, there are so many fucking magicians and lay people, even my friends on my Facebook feed, who are talking about their fucking wedding day are using AI to write their statuses and posts for them.
Yeah.
Magicians are using it. Like the thumbnail for Russ Brown's thing, the avalanche of bullshit, very, 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 very similar apps that are all just fucking falling through. And like I said, AI has its place, and it can be extremely useful when used in the right way. And I think you need to get involved with it, because otherwise you'll be left behind. But what I think will be more sought out than ever is original content. And what I mean by that is, like, for example, I'm putting up a new tutorial Tuesday today, and it's all filmed on my camera. It's me doing the talking. It's me doing the teaching. I'm there. It's my content, my original raw content. The thumbnail is created by me. It's my photography. I use Photoshop to edit it and stuff. but it's my content. And you can tell the difference a fucking million miles away between something that's been AI generated and something that hasn't been. That's why I said earlier in this podcast, the emails that I'm responding to with people, I know emails can be written by AI now. There's even Google Mail is an AI wand. I'm taking the time to do it by hand. I think ad copy, like we've seen companies fall victim to it themselves. They're using AI to write ad copy. All my ad copy, anything I write is by me. As much as possible, I'm doing myself. For example, things like accounts and stuff. Yeah, sometimes you can use AI for that. Help with coding, not the creativity, but help with coding to automate certain processes. That's where I think AI should live. I used it in my tutorial to help me make a little animation thing, right? But it's used in a context that's not robbing. That's not right. It's not saying my words for me. It's not filming my footage for me. It's not creating my tricks for me. And so I think more than anything, people are going to sort that above anything else. I think they're going to naturally steer themselves towards it. And there's going to be almost like an automatic, because even people who didn't, like I was getting tricked by AI not long ago. But now I know the signs, right? The little hyphens, the massive juxtaposes in phrasing and sentences, the sort of brand statements that actually don't have an actual definitive point, and they're kind of broad ranging. All those little things that you can see, the types of all those little nods that people pick up on subconsciously that it's AI. I think naturally more and more people now, more than ever, are aware of them, and I think they're going to naturally steer away from it.
That's what
Look for original content.
That's actually really smart. That's really, really smart. Yeah, I agree. I'm seeing so many people, even people who are replying to comments on like Facebook groups, are AIing the shit out of it.
Oh yeah, you could smell it a mile away, like blood in the water to a shark.
Yeah, you can.
And my thing is, and I feel really bad, I see some really big, well-respected names using AI as well, and I cannot read it. As soon as I go, oh, it's fucking AI. And I'm not even interested. I'm not interested. I'd rather read the prompt. Show me the prompt you wrote, mate.
Yeah. As soon as somebody replies with an AI comment, it's kind of like, right, your opinion is no longer valid because you can't be bothered to actually formulate a reply on your own.
Yeah. Do you know, I feel really bad because I called out, not called out, but in my Trapdoor Radio, I said Nick Lawrence used AI to write a comment. Nick reached out and said, "Yo, I do because I'm really dyslexic and I've struggled." And I felt, oh fuck yeah, there is a space where it's absolutely.
Well, have you seen what Luke Ozy is doing at the moment?
What is that?
I read it. Huh?
The phone trick?
No, this is about AI. So Luke Osland, hang on. Where did I read it? Just give me 1 second. So Luke really has, one of the big things he does is he goes to, here it is. Right. Okay. Luke obviously spends a lot of time and effort going to fringe festivals. So he does the Edinburgh Fringe. He's just about to go. He's not doing Blackpool this year because he's at the Adelaide Fringe. He goes to fringe festivals. So he posted a few days ago on his Facebook page saying, "Stop using AI imaging as graphic design. It's obvious and it looks lazy and shite." And off the back of that, and there's a load of comments that I'm not going to read, but off the back of that, he then posted a few days ago saying, "After my brief rant using AI for marketing the other day, I've decided to create a petition to ban the use of AI imaging and copywriting for the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. Please keep art as art." And he's actually made it on change.org. And he's had, the issue, it's so difficult to put into words how disheartening it is to see that the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, the biggest arts festival in the world, is its program is filled with AI slop. We dedicate an immense amount of time working on our graphic design and our ad copy. Seeing that people have cut corners and had both designed entirely artificially without so much as a proofread is awful. as an audience member, I feel if an artist has cut corners on their marketing, they probably have with their show too. AI imaging is obvious and sets false expectations for shows. I won't pretend that AI doesn't have many useful applications, but at a festival dedicated to the arts and creativity, we must draw a clear line against the use of it for show listings. I could easily create 10 new shows, graphics, titles, and marketing material with the click of a button. I could register those shows, and suddenly, with a bit of capital, I'm diluting the pool of productions people have put their lives into with no effort. Sign this petition to prevent AI from taking over at the Edinburgh Fringe and to preserve the vibrant artistic spirit that makes this festival the incredible event that it is.
Wow, how many people signed it?
It only went up like a couple of days ago. It's had 222 verified signatures so far.
Can you just send me that link because I'm signing?
Yeah, I will. Yeah, absolutely.
The thing is, right, there are certain people don't realize they've used AI in the past in a sense. Like, for example, one of the healing spot tool in Photoshop where you can remove like a lamppost from a photo and stuff. That is in a sense, it uses machine learning to remove those things. Those types of uses for AI are absolutely fine, and people use them every day and don't really think about it in a sense. I'm okay with that. But it's like Luke's saying, AI slop and you're just fucking lazy. And I think more than ever, people are going to gear more. I'd rather see bad design, but done by hand than what kind of to an untrained eye might seem like good design. And then you look closer and there's fucking 9 fingers and a dog's cock.
Wasn't there a problem? If this happened, it happened over December and it wasn't really on my radar because December I was fucking busy. But wasn't there an issue with Murphy's? Like writing ad copy and it.
Yeah.
But like I heard about it on the grapevine, but I don't know what happened exactly. I just know that like
there was a product came out. I think it was. I want to say a John Kerry product,
right?
And the ad copy had placeholder quotes by magicians in there,
right?
And that was written by AI, and it went out. It went out to the public, and I think one of the quotes was from Ben Earl, and he hadn't said that about the John Kerry product. So yeah, so it fucking rightly so, it was called out publicly, and I was saying to the whole studio department, no one is fucking allowed to use AI. Don't use it. It's disgusting. Anyway, went out. And there was a backlash to it. And I might be getting this wrong, but wasn't there an email that went out from Ben's company recently that used AI to write the anti-consumer email?
Yeah, well, yeah, there was an email that I don't know if it was AI or not. It looked very AI generated with how it was written. I can't confirm or deny. I did a whole video on this because I kind of disagreed with a lot of what Ben was saying. So Ben put an email out to everybody saying, don't buy magic anymore. Never buy magic anymore because you should be working on what you've got and so on and so forth. It was a long email. I read the whole thing out. It was very, very long. It looked like it was written by AI.
I seen a post somewhere that someone had run it through an AI. There's a website that will check if something's written by AI.
A very high.
Yeah, someone in a Facebook group run it through. It was like, yep, that's it. Which is kind of I don't know. But I'm sure I got an email from them saying they've got a new product coming out.
Well, his point was, don't ever buy magic ever again. Instead, where the art is in danger, and magicians who are constantly buying magic are going to end up or whatever, something like that. It's like we're in a dangerous situation, blah 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 blah. I've just gone into my mailbox and I've just searched Studio 52, which is Ben's company, and since putting that out, I've had an email on Thursday saying 2 new books in stock now, please buy them and you can reserve them at Blackpool. 2 days before that, one-handed control and card productions now available to learn in the family. Subscribe now, learn new magic. Then before that, 2 days before that, who is John Wilson? He's a true wizard. Learn his magic right now. Shop right now. We've got a new book out called The Devil Makes Three. You can buy that from our site. The next, from 5 days ago, the best card control, period. You forget about any other card control that you've ever learned. This is the one that you need to buy and learn. And buy it now. Here's the link to go and buy it. And then before that, on the 13th of January, here's everything that's...
I haven't read emails, but Beto is one of the smartest magicians in the world, one of the best magicians alive, I think. So I haven't read the email. I've only seen the comment. I'm like a fucking... I got ADHD. I can't focus on anything. So I don't want to comment on it without reading it myself. I'm sure there may have been like a deeper point, which is like, don't bring everything to the market. I don't know. I'm so much.
It was very clear. He was basically saying, don't buy any new magic. He's like, if you want to be a hobbyist, that's fine. But being a hobbyist is, like the lowest of the low and shit like that. It was
strange. There's like consumerism, probably sent from an iPhone or written on a MacBook Pro or something. Consumerism is kind of like one of the big driving forces behind any art. And I say that consciously aware that turning art into business is often extremely disgusting and bad to do. But oftentimes it's like that, like the race to. Have you read that book? Like, it was called Find Your Why. I started reading it the other month, the week. It's like Find Your Why or something. And it's how, in a sense, that like some of the best things that we have today is because it was some of the best inventions that we have is due to consumerism. In a nutshell, or it might be kind of wrong on that because I haven't finished the whole book, but. Yeah, I find that like we often find a lot of advancements within our art. Remember when like maybe it's not a good thing, right? It's an interesting topic for debate. But remember when like all those like mystery solved boxes came out and whatever they're called. Do you know what I'm talking about, Craig?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're
The answer mystery solved, and that was like a genuine leap forward on John Kennedy's mystery box. And there was a time where like there was 5 or 6 released in a fucking year. And that we wouldn't have those like technological, I say in the loosest terms, advancement or artistic advancements if it wasn't for that consumerism, for people wanting the next best thing, trying to produce their, they take their things to market. And
just to give you some context,
we wouldn't have our iPhones, we wouldn't have our Apple computers, we wouldn't have
I'm sick of people saying, I'm sick. Ben's not the first person to do this, but I'm sick of people trying to make people like hobbyists feel bad about themselves because they buy fucking magic. I've got friends that they have no interest in performing. They love learning magic. There's nothing fucking with that. Just to give you some context, Lou.
I buy books. I buy books and books and books. I don't read them all. I buy books and books and books. I fucking love it. And it's like when I was younger, I used to buy so much music, and some of the albums will be shit, some will be good, but I used to enjoy buying it because I'm a lover of art. I'm a lover of music, of magic, and reading literature. I just love it. And I think trying to tell people to stop being a consumer or an enjoyer of those things because there's a paywall sometimes up in front of it. Sometimes they're not. I don't know.
I mean, just to give you some context so you understand, I'll just read a couple of paragraphs out of this. Bearing in mind, this is written by the same person that since then, his company has sent 7 sales emails trying to get people to buy his shit. In the world of magic, a quiet epidemic has been brewing, one that has reached fever pitch over the last decade. Thousands of enthusiasts stepping into magic shops or browsing online stores, eager to develop their craft. They leave with a gimmick deck or the latest revolutionary effect, polished and hyped with a slick trailer. These purchases don't make them better at magic. They make them better consumers, trapped in an endless cycle of consuming tricks like candy and mistaking the sugar rush for progress. Years later, many disillusioned and jaded, their knowledge a jumble of hazy concepts, mismatched techniques, and fragile effects propped up with fixes and shortcuts. Inevitably, many quietly exit the art unfulfilled. The deeper problem is that those who stay are often unaware of their limitations. They believe they are accomplished, even exceptional. This is the Dunning-Kruger effect in action. A beginner who learns a few tricks and earns polite applause feels confidence is far beyond their level. They view their performances through rose-tinted lenses, confusing surprise with wonder and the absence of failure with success. This delusion doesn't fade with experience. Intermediate intermediate performers with polished sets, paid gigs, and enthusiastic friends often believe they've reached a professional level. In reality, their material is frequently cliche, transparent, and amusing at best. The same ambitious card routine everyone does, wrapped up in decades-old patter, a contrived mind-reading effect that lacks realism and feels like a Darren Brown parody. In this space, entertainment and tricks are abundant, but magic is very much absence. Yet applause arrives, bookings continue, and online comments scream insane. Familiarity is mistaken for mastery, repetition for refinement, and light surprise for genuine wonder. Cameras and mirrors lie, and the echo chamber of fellow intermediates nod along approvingly. The art, once rooted in mystery and astonishment, becomes a pale imitation of itself, obviously predictable and desperate for approval. True expertise brings humility. Masters know how much they don't know. They wince at their own work, spot flaws in their routines, perform thousands of times, and perceive conceptual problems invisible to everyone else. The overconfident, meanwhile, bask in naivety, blind to the eye rolls in the back row, and cannot see beyond the polite and obliging reactions to their work. This mid-level trap is the sickest. Performers have just enough knowledge to be dangerous to themselves and the art, but not enough to see the full landscape. Classics remain unread, fundamentals skipped, and the same mediocre effects endlessly polished under the illusion of world-class craft. Not every magic release or gimmick is harmful. Some self-working effects and flashy gimmicks are valid points of entry for beginners. They spark joy, encourage early performance, and keep casual enthusiasts engaged. For those content with entertaining friends or family, these tools are perfectly legitimate. The danger arises only when they become a permanent substitute for deeper growth across the industry. The cure is honest self-assessment, one that confronts cliches, bad psychology, poor technique, borrowed presentation, and fundamental problems with the context of performance itself. Without it, widespread mediocrity continues to masquerade as excellence, quietly lowering standards across the art. Two truths drive this cycle. First, magic shops and marketers exist to sell products, not to forge great artists or better the craft. Their job is to sell, not to mentor your development. They don't care about that. They promote items engineered for instant reactions, not long-term growth. Prominent channels and newsletters thriving on marketing ability over artistic merit, pushing derivative, poorly conceived ideas. Second, buyers share equal responsibility. They reward quick, effortless investments and prioritize acquisition over discipline. By doing so, they sustain an ecosystem that values style over substance. Truly innovative releases are rare and quickly buried beneath a flood of mediocrity. The deepest tragedy is the next evolution of magic. An unexpected divergence we haven't even imagined becomes increasingly unlikely in this environment. When replication is rewarded over revelation and product over progress, progression is starved of oxygen long before it can take root. For those who care, the antidote is simple but radical. Stop buying immediately. Step off the hamster wheel, ignore the flood of releases, unfollow everyone, and unsubscribe. For the 100 new tricks, perhaps one holds a faint value, and even that often distracts from real growth. It's all noise. You own everything you need. The dusty classics on your shelf, the fundamentals you once skimmed, contain infinite potential. The real source, however, lies within your attitude, your practice, and your self-criticism. Clear this mental clutter of other shallow inventions. Create minimal inspiration as necessary, then think, practice, and play on your own terms. Perform often for unforgiving audiences, make mistakes, learn. This path is messy and ego-bruising, but deeply rewarding. The answer isn't waiting in your shopping cart, it's within you. The greatest magicians, and let's be honest, there have only been about 10, built their craft in mirrors at 2 a.m., under stage lights and in the laboratory of their own mind. They didn't do it by endlessly buying from dealer sites or overfilling their heads with thoughts of others. They studied, yes, but most of their time was spent thinking for themselves and forging their own approach. We make no claim to mastery and admit we've contributed to the problem. At least we recognize it and strive for something better. Magic is brutally difficult, a minefield of ego traps and shiny distractions. Finding a safe path is harder for creators, companies, and individuals alike, which is why most choose comfort over ignorance. We truly wish to see a meaningful evolution in our art, then the best amongst us, those with the greatest experience, influence, and skill, must lead by example. Change rarely begins from the fringes alone. It gains momentum when respected voices and accomplished performers set new standards, take creative risks, and courageously push the boundaries into uncharted territory. By embodying the depth and originality and respect for the craft that we all admire, they inspire others to follow, not through criticism, criticism or decree, but through the quiet power of demonstration. It's in these acts of leadership that the future of magic will be shaped, preserving its integrity while ensuring it continues to grow. Those who read this will reflect, briefly criticize, dismiss, and carry on unchanged. Why? Because most of you are not real magicians. Most of the industry is populated by enthusiastic lay people with a serious shopping habit and a side interest in collecting methods. They've learnt tricks, attained lectures, memorized theory, and sincerely believe they are magicians, often under pretentious titles, but they remain laymen, unaware of how far they and much of modern magic has fallen from the tree. And that's fine. The tree is still there, roots deep, branches high, waiting for the rare few willing to climb without the safety net of constant new releases. The rest can enjoy their conditioned sugar hits. After all, the ground is comfortable, plus spend another $16 and you get free shipping. Happy New Year, Ben. Bearing in mind, that's the same company, that's the same man who runs a company that since then has sent 7 emails asking me to buy his shit, and a year ago did a Kickstarter with illusionists who have done more to fucking degrade the industry when it comes to releasing shit tricks ever. And he set a Kickstarter where he was literally bringing out a product where you could go and buy magic tricks.
But the clue to the reason why he's angry was in the email. It was sent in the new year.
Yes.
When did Sans Mind release? They were say they were coming back
in the new year.
I share his anger. The first time I got a Sans Mind product, I wrote that email medley in my head too. You bastard, Sans Mind.
Yeah, I get that. But it's
really just gatekeepers.
There's nothing wrong at all with just wanting to be a hobbyist. There's nothing wrong. If I wasn't a professional, I didn't do this for a living, I would still be going out and buying shit because I enjoy doing it. Magic is a hobby. It's a fun hobby.
I think it comes down to gatekeeping a little bit as well. Like, at what point can someone say they are a magician or aren't, or do you get to qualify someone yourself as a magician? Like, is it the moment that they give someone a magic experience? Or is it the moment their peers deem them to be a magician? Is it the moment that they've mastered the classic palm? Or is it the moment that other people that are lay people say he's a magician? You know, like by saying most people are not magicians, they're just addicted to buying tricks. I think it goes a bit deeper than that. I do kind of get it in one sense that there's some people that just buy, but I think those people could also just be put into the category of magic fans. That's not necessarily, I mean, and that's completely.
That's not a bad thing.
I just think it's odd. It kind of feels like, what's the word? Like, the one thing I'm taking into consideration is Ben is much smarter than me, so I don't.
Oh, he's much smarter than me. I haven't achieved.
No, I mean this. I think he really is. So I probably missed the entire point, and so yeah, it's an interesting one to write as somebody who's releasing new products to the industry to say that it kind of feels like there's a book on marketing about building a cult following, and one of the things to do is to like call out everyone or like accuse people and like try and build your own tribe. I don't know. I feel like it may have come across as more authentic if it was written by somebody who doesn't release products, who doesn't own a magic company, who doesn't, you know what I mean? Like if it was written by some random underground magician putting out a manifesto, and that's apart from seeing them perform live, that's the only time you really hear from them. Then I feel like it would have more authenticity to it. I don't know.
And the other thing is, he says in the last 10 years, it's been an epidemic. It's got worse and worse and worse. No, this has been going on forever. Like one of my favorite things to do is go down to my man cave, and I've got every single edition of Abracadabra from like the 1930s through to the early 2000s, and I will go back and I will read those things. Yeah, exactly. I will get perfect, exactly. Abracadabra, amazing. Yeah, and all the old magazines,
all these old books. It's the same. It's the same now. It's like you can buy kangaroo. What's it?
Yeah, and if you read the letters of correspondence, because there's letters of correspondence, you'll see people messaging it, writing in, actually physically writing in and having it published, going, "Oh, we're bringing out too much magic. Magic is dying because of the amount of tricks that are coming out." Yeah,
This all advert for magic tricks.
nothing has fucking changed. It's not like
Yeah,
it's
things
today
like
happened.
cards by Kmart, specialized punch and Judy. It's always been the same, but without all this. Some of this is amazing. Sorry, without without this sort of drive and these people that are just hobbyists in the loosest terms. My definition of a magician is someone who makes somebody experience magic, right? And magic is an emotion, like love, hate. The moment they experience it, it's magic, it's real. And if you've done that for someone, you are the crafter of that experience, which makes you the magician, right? Simple to me, but maybe it's deeper than that. And whatever tool you choose to use, a lot of those moments and experiences have come from, and I'd say more than ever, consumerism.
Yeah.
And if someone could, like, you could argue that you could give someone a better magical experience by learning a honed piece of skill with, theatrical in the loosest terms, choreography, routining, and scripting. Or you could, or there's an argument to be said that, like, I always find it like sort of disheartening sometimes when you see people do like the Omni deck, for example. Some of the biggest reactions ever are achieved with a fucking Omni deck. Or like, look at David Blaine using the bit in the restored coin, right?
Yeah.
Knocked his career off one of the most marketed consumer-friendly products in history. I class David Blaine as a master magician. I really think he is. He understands magic at a really deep level. He also uses a lot of, not a lot, but he uses consumer product. I won't name some of them, but he uses apps, he uses electronic devices, he uses a lot of the stuff off the consumer market. I don't think that makes him less of a magician.
Nope.
I think it makes him a better magician in terms of choosing the right tool for the right job. Because oftentimes, I've said this a lot of times, like it's often a good magician can be ruined by poor choice of trick. Like sometimes that can come from being insistent on only developing their own stuff, their own material, and that sometimes may not work for them. So I feel like, the post is written with good intentions or honest intentions, but it doesn't. I don't know. I don't doesn't really resonate with me. It doesn't hit the ball. And maybe I'm not understanding it because also I've released magic products.
Yeah. Well, as have I, so maybe I'm missing the point completely. I am fully...
I could just be thin-skinned. I don't find it offensive at all. And I just feel like, I don't know, I love magic. I really, really love magic, and I want as many people to be magicians as possible. I just love the art more than I love anything else outside of family. And I don't know, I want people to be involved in it, and I don't. I was shunned away from a magic club at 16, like laughed at, and I've always tried to be the opposite of that. I've always wanted to welcome people at whatever skill level. I don't think you should turn people away and shame them and shun them because they're just a hobbyist or they just like buying magic tricks. Like, to me, I don't know. The only thing that's sticking in my mind is Ben is so talented and such a clever thinker that there's got to be something that I'm completely missing with it, you know?
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe it's just he was pissed off and he decided to write an email.
I also did see that Sans Mind announcement too, so...
Look, I made a career for myself in the early days as the guy that ranted and ranted and ranted about bad magic and the fucking industry is dead, but I've kind of mellowed and become more chilled out about that, to be perfectly honest. And I don't know, the word is grew up a little bit. I don't know. I remember when I first interviewed you and we met for the first time and I spent 20 minutes trying to convince you there's a guy called Dead Bob somewhere in Murphy's that's fucking, like just his fingers on the button to, say no to shit, and he's dead and nobody knows, and so everything just gets fucking released. That was kind of my thing, but I've kind of realized now that You know, there's no such thing as bad magic. You know, I tell this story. I've told this story, I think, a couple of times, but very quickly. I remember when I was on the Wizard product review, me and Dave Penn reviewed this fucking animatronic dove. It was the worst trick in the world. It was this little fucking dove that you made appear, and it looked fake, and it was shit. And it was like a dove production with this fake ass looking little fucking dog. Oh, I've said dog because a cute little dog's just walked in on the camera. That's adorable. Yeah. Oh my God. This is what we need.
The one that didn't die. Oh, look at this little fucking cunt dog. I've gone to stroke him on his back. What are you doing, Charlie? Look at this. See if you can see him. And he just lays down for tummy rubs. Come on, Charlie. Oh, good. Where you going? You want to cuddle? No, never mind. Sorry, carry on.
Hello, what a beautiful dog. No, what was I saying? Yeah.
Watch this. Sorry, look at this cunt dog. Every time I go near him, here goes my phone. Look, he just lays down. I want to pick him up, and he's like paying like one of your French girls. Come on, you little fucker.
Oh, so cute. So cute. Yeah, and so somebody brought out this stupid little dove, and we gave it like the worst review we've ever given anything ever. Like, I can't remember what we gave it, but we gave it a worse review. We both ranted about how shit this trick was. 2 years later, some motherfucker used that trick to get through to the semi-finals of Britain's Got Talent. Magic is subjective. You can't say that every trick is derivative and shit, because it's not. You know, there's tricks that have come out.
You just say like some are worth their place on the market. I think like it's kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of just smells a bit like tribalism. You know, like strengthen your own consumer base by saying like, "Hey, you're not in. Hey, you're with me."
Yeah.
You know, make like
don't buy anything somebody else's stuff because you're with the family. With your family, we look after you. You don't need to buy anything else because you're with the family. We got you covered. You want the best card control, you don't need to go elsewhere because you're with the family. Ben L's family is going to look after you. Anybody else tries to sell you magic, they're going to be swimming with the fucking fishes. Capiche?
Because Charlie said so. This is not Madison's Charlie. This is Lloyd's.
You got to be careful, man. Very, very soon, Dave Penn is going to send you a cease and desist.
Why?
He's got the trademark on having a dog on his podcast.
The dog cast, is he?
Yeah, when I did the product review, we have
his dog doesn't shit on the carpet though, does he? Well, mine
no, but you know what? That Blamo's passed away now. God rest his soul. He was a wonderful dog. He was so well behaved. He was a lovely dog, but it was a Samoyed, and he shed fucking fur like there was no tomorrow. It was a little snowball motherfucker, and I'd sit on the sofa next to him, dressed in black from head to toe, and I'd come off fucking shooting the Wizard Pro review, and I would be covered head to toe in fucking dog hair, and it'd just be like fucking Blamo. That's the biggest thing that I do not miss about the Wizard Pro review. Betting fucking Blamoed every single time I sat on the sofa.
Poor Blamo.
Poor Blamo. He's got another one now. He's got another Samoyed called Asra, I think it is.
Asra.
Yeah, based on the levitation. I don't think the dog actually levitates. Because Blamo, interestingly, Blamo was part of Dave's illusion show. He would make Blamo appear at the beginning of the show in a Blamo box. So that's why he was called Blamo, because he made him appear in a Blamo box at the beginning of his illusion show. I'm pretty sure...
We put Charlie's sister in a box because she died.
Yeah, and then your fucking office went completely black. You painted it black.
Came home from the vets, crying my eyes out, and just painted my room all black.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking.
And then I wrote an anti-consumerism email to all my followers.
And then sold them something a week later. That's what... That's it. Maybe Ben's dead. Dog died. That's what it was. He was in a bad state.
I told you, it was the same day Sam's mind came.
It's got to be that. It's got to be that, hasn't it?
I get it. I actually empathize with it. In fact, I feel like I should send my own email. And maybe it was more like a subtle thing like, hey, yo, I can't say don't fucking support Sam's mind, but just don't buy anything. Wink.
Oh, dear me. I think we've pretty much got to the end of this podcast, especially as I've got to interview for another office staff member today. I've got to... Yeah, we're getting a new administrator. They're joining the Office of Craziness. So we've got 10, 12 interviews over the next 3 days, and somebody's going to be joining the madhouse. So, and I am absolutely not in any way, shape, and form going to be teaching them how to do magic. So they're there to do a fucking job, and let them do their job.
Tell them to go buy loads of new products. That's the best way to learn to become a master magician.
No, that's not happening anymore. Done that.
Just make sure if you do show them magic, show them some good stuff.
That's where I go wrong. I haven't got any good shit. I just have to show them your stuff.
Oh no! No. Show them. What's a good trick? Oh, can't go wrong with Crazy Man's handcuffs, mate. I got me a fucking free room upgrade at the session.
That's amazing. I'm not teaching them anything. I'm not anything. No, that's no. Even Charlie's disgusted at that one.
How could you be disgusted, man? I've seen you eat a shit dangling out of your own ass. So there's that.
Oh my god! Right, we are going to have a big announcement next week. We promise you, we're going to announce. We've got right. So for the convention, we have a date. We're just waiting to sign the paperwork on the venue. But we have a venue. We have a date. And we even have a lineup. We have confirmed lecturers and stuff that's gone on. We have been very organized about this. And it's going to be amazing. It's going to be brilliant. We've got everything. We've dotted our I's. We've crossed our T's. And next week, once the paperwork is signed, we will not only have an announcement, hopefully we'll have a way of you buying tickets. And this is going to be probably the most disorganized magic convention of all time, because it's a magic convention that's been organized by two people that haven't got a fucking clue how to organize their way out of a paper bag.
Yeah. If there are any dealers listening to this and you want a dealer's table, hit us up.
Yeah. We want dealers.
Yeah. We'll be forcing, because consumerism in magic is the bomb. We need Pianardi, you're getting your ass up there.
Peter, if you
live close, gotta come to it too.
James Keatley, yeah, 100%. I will be reaching out to people that owe me a favor, and they are going to be coming to this convention. And it's going to be an amazing convention. I want Vanishing Ink there. I'm calling it now. Vanishing Ink aren't even attending fucking Blackpool. The Bouncy Castle.
What? Whoa, hang on. What do you mean? The Bouncy Castle's not going to be at Blackpool.
You know they weren't there last year. There was no Vanishing Ink at Blackpool last year.
I'm sure I saw Tim Hell's Emergence.
No. There was no magic. There was no Vanishing Ink at Blackpool last year.
In fairness, they probably earn more online in a weekend than they do.
They're probably just fucking tired because they've got a big group of people. They've just had the session. They've just had Magi Fest, both of which have fucking gone brilliantly. They've brought out a load of new stuff. They've got all of their supporters across both sides of the pond have gone there. They're probably thinking, we got nothing else to sell, you motherfuckers. You've got your money. We've filled up the account a little bit more. Andy Gladwin's got some more £50 notes to wipe his arse with. Life is good. We don't need fucking Blackpool. I think they might be going there as punters. I don't know, but they're definite. And the dealer list got released, and there's no Bouncy Castle there this year as well. So, I don't, for the second year in a row, Vanishing Ink's there. So, look, regardless, I don't know why they're not there. I don't have a clue. But if it is because they've just had Magi Fest and they've just had the session, Andy, Josh, we want you at our convention. We want Vanishing Ink at our convention. And we want the fucking Bouncy Castle. I don't know where it is. I don't know if you've put it in the back garden and your kids are playing with it. I don't know. Get it out of hibernation. We want the full-on Vanishing Ink, over-the-top, fucking ridiculous Bouncy Castle experience. We want fucking all of that shit. We want it all, and we want it, and we need it, Andy. Bring it. Bring everything. Get Josh over to the UK. Bring him as well. You know, he can come along.
We don't Bouncy Castle dressed up like Kermit the Frog.
Absolutely. We don't want him to lecture, but he can do a little Kermit the Frog impression on the stage for 5 minutes. That's all. You know. If it's the convention that we're thinking about running and the venue that we're thinking about having it, there's a gym 5 minutes down the road. So Josh will be happy. Just point him in that direction, give him a power shake, and it'll be good for the day.
Is that a euphemism?
Oh my god.
That's what she said.
There's a headline. Andy Gladwin gives power shake to Joshua J. Anyway, yes, before we get ourselves into even more trouble, we'll be back next week with another podcast. I think we should do some readers listening questions again next week. What do you reckon?
I don't give a fuck, man.
Okay, well, if you've got a question.
Yeah, listeners' questions, drop them in the comments below this video on YouTube or email them to Craig, because I won't listen to them. And if you have any, the winners will always get played, will be the people who leave voice messages as well.
Yeah. If you leave a voice message, WhatsApp me a voice message, you're guaranteed to get played, or message me one.
Can I tell everyone your phone number?
Yeah, do that. Why not? Fuck it. Why not?
No, I won't do that. You get enough death threats as it is. Just
All the people that hate me have already got my phone number, so
send a voice note to Craig on Facebook.
yeah, Facebook's good. Anywhere. If you've got my phone number, send it there. If not, put it on Facebook, send it by email, whatever you want to do. But we are going to we'll play all of that shit. Yeah, we'll play all of those.
I was reluctant to give out your phone number because Magic Mike 3D will be just sending you photos of 15-year-olds being like, "What? You don't think she's sexy? You don't think she's sexy?"
Magic Mike, leave it. Let us know who you really are. Let's have a look. Here, I want a live debate on air.
It's a mass debate with some.
I want a live debate with Magic Mike. I want you to convince me that we're wrong calling out Ted Karmolovich for fucking a 15-year-old student, and that, like, regardless of the fact that he's been sent to prison for 5 years, and everything else that's gone on, you think that's okay? Let's have a live debate on the podcast. I'll give you a forum. We will give you a forum right here, right now. Next week, contact us. You can tell everybody why you think that that's acceptable and that's okay, and why we're in the wrong for calling it out.
My spidey senses are tingling. The nonce defender has vanished. Oh, I get him the goodbye. Says goodbye.
He's fucking gone. He's gone. He's not going to say a fucking word.
Actually, now he's like, no, I fucking will debate, and then well, I'll just fucking let me book some time off work in the school, and I'll just come and fucking tell him.
Or if you don't want to debate live, come and see me at Blackpool. Come on, get your balls wherever you've put them, take them out, and maybe
in the ball. He's like, I'm in the ball pit. I'll kick him out right now. Yeah, fucking. He'll be on the Vanishing Bouncy Castle.
You haven't been to Magic Live in a few years. Their booth, Vanishing Ink's booth at Magic Live is fucking ridiculous.
The last time I went, they'd paid a designer to like style it out for them.
It looks like an Apple show home. Like it's got sofas for people to sit and chill. It's like it's got its own little session area, and everyone's just all relaxed and stuff. It takes up half of the dealer room, and it's like, what?
So they have like custom Muzak music playing, like elevator.
It's just like
Oh, what was I going to say? All about Apple stuff. Kaylee pointed out to me what the problem is with Murphy's packaging, and it's taken me 2 years to realize what it was. What the core issue is. I was saying, we were chatting about stuff. This is literally last night. Chatting about stuff, and I got some like product packaging lying around in the bedroom, and I went, oh, that's such and such a thing, and that's such and such a thing. And she went, oh, fuck off. I went, what? She went, I thought they were all just the same. She said, when you look at that on the shelf, I just think they're all one. I thought you've had the same product lying around the house.
I agree.
And that's it. That's why no one likes it in the world. It's because.
But here's the thing, right? Devil's advocate. I agree, by the way, because as an artist, I much preferred my products from Murphy's when they didn't have the shitty white packaging. However, the one thing I do want to say before we wrap this up very quickly, love that you're cuddling the dog. 1914, they do exactly the same thing, but with black and gold.
Yeah, but it fucking stands out. It's beautiful to begin with.
Yeah. But you look at it and it's all pretty much the same, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I think there's a core difference between like why Apple's packaging can be minimal with that broad design style.
Yeah.
Versus why Murphy's that. You don't go into a shop and go, oh, what's this? Huh, iPhone 17 Pro. I'm going to buy that. You go in to buy the iPhone 17 Pro.
Yeah.
And that's the big difference. Let's say we, I'm not there anymore. Murphy's are trying to garner attention with their products.
Yeah. I can only imagine that that packaging does not stand out on a magic shop's wall.
Mate, well, Kaylee literally was like, "Oh my fucking god!" I literally thought they were all the same thing.
Yep.
That shit's trash, bruh.
There you go, Murphys. Sort your shit out. Sort your packaging out. Go back to the old school days. I'm gonna go. I've got an interview in 20 minutes. I've got to interview somebody. I need to look respectable because they want, they need to think that I'm actually know what the fuck I'm doing. So I have to be in a suit. So I have to go and suit up.
You're gonna put a suit on for an interview.
Put a suit on. I'm gonna put a suit on.
Oh, so yeah, I wouldn't, man. I literally wouldn't. I think you always know when whoever's in charge doesn't wear the suit.
No, I never.
Although you've probably got beans all over yourself, so.
Yeah, I need to change this. It's been like 5 days, I think 6 days. I need to. Put it this way, if Charlie was in the same room as me, he'd be fucking all over me in a heartbeat.
Be all over you fucking in a heartbeat. Like a dog with two dicks.
Right. Guys, on behalf of Charlie and on behalf of Lloyd, thank you so much for listening to the podcast. Ask some questions, send in some voice notes. We'll be back next week with the official update on the Magic Convention. But other than that, Lloyd, yeah, we will. Lloyd, wrap it up, man.
Have a shit week, you cunt. And don't fuck kids unless you can travel back in time 200 years when they are able to birth children at the same time. So then you can keep the wheels in motion, so to speak.
What he said.
What Magic Mike 3D said. What Mike called himself Magic Mike 3D. He's like, oh, you ever seen the film Magic Mike? Want to see it in 3D? Like, I just like Care Bears. Well, this is Magic Mike in 3D. Just dick slaps a 15-year-old.
And for those of you that have a bet on when me and Lloyd are getting cancelled, we've managed to survive another week. So there you go.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Thanks for listening to the Magic Podcast. Fuck off, don't fuck kids. We'll see you again soon. I'm Craig. That's Charlie. That's Lloyd. You can tell the difference between them. No, I'm wrapping it up, but I've just realised why you like Charlie so much and why you're cuddling him. He looks a bit like a lamb.
Oh, God.
He does. Looks a bit like a lamb. I notice you don't ever sit up.
Well, if you close your eyes, when you pop it in, it feels exactly the same.
Exactly. Now we know where he's got the dog. You heard it here first on the Magic Podcast. We'll see you next week.
It's on my lap like a puppet.
I noticed the camera's no longer pointing down now, and you've got a big smile on your face, and so is Charlie. That's all I'm.
Charlie's trying to paint my knees with his lipstick. No, he's not. He's not. His penis is retracted. I promise you.
See you next week, everyone.
Fuck off.
We apologize for disrupting your normal daily schedule. You may now relax, tuck your deck back in, and resume your regular day-to-day life. Remember to subscribe to be notified the moment each new episode goes live every Wednesday. And join our Facebook group to continue the conversation. The link is in the description to this podcast. Thank you for listening to The Magic Podcast.